Uh-huh, here we are. Hey everyone, this is episode 42. Secret of the Universe episode, I believe. But, hope you guys are ready for today. You'll note that I put up a little extra text above the chat, or the character cards there, because I was too lazy to remember to actually change those. So yes, the characters are level 13. But, otherwise, of course, any of the maps you see today are probably ones that I created, including this one. If you want them for your Kingmaker game, I have 70 plus of the just supplemental maps that aren't even just remakes. More coming soon, even. I'm already at level 18 with all of them, so almost complete that project. If you want them, you know where to get them. Patreon.com/KoboldDM. So, with that being said, who wishes to do the recap today?
All right. Guess it's me. Let's do this.
Yeah, go for it.
Wonderful.
The team spent about 3 months governing, training, and various other activities after having eliminated the Tiger Lords from the far northwestern reaches of these lands. But then we received a letter from Pitex inviting us to something called the Rushlight Tournament, a tournament that had been going on for a couple decades, running every 6 years, and we realized that would mean that this is Irovetti's second tournament. Irovetti, the one who is in power in Pitex. And this is in the Rushlight province of Pitex outside the city. Most of the team was kind of tired of marching through the wilderness, so we ended up teleporting back to Fort Drelev and walked the rest of the way to Rushlight. It was a nice compromise. We arrived in time for the start of the events of the tournament, where Castruccio Irovetti himself arrived before us, brought us aside, and explained his hopes that each of us would participate in his tournament to show off our skills. And we learned about the various events. There was a log chopping competition, an archery competition, a boasting competition, and a drunken joust. We met various folks throughout the tournament grounds before getting involved in the log splitting race first, where Giraffe's skill with an axe was put to the test. Unfortunately, Pitex's champion and an axe wielding cleric just barely managed to finish ahead of him. That night, we met a were-rat and a were-tiger. Gaz paid them for some information on Irovetti's activities, and we learned that they were hired for help in a certain conflict to be held in a few weeks to a month after the competition, but they didn't seem to know any of the details. We also determined that they may be feeding on humanoids as well, being given stock by Irovetti, whatever that means. And we also learned that there are apparently dozens of them in their pack. They were contracted to help with whatever Irovetti wants for 3,000 gold. We could theoretically buy them out for the same cost, and we have that sitting in the back of our minds. And then, as we wandered the grounds at night, we met a gnomish drug dealer who's allegedly just here to make connections, and said that if we find ourselves in Pitex, we could find him in the Rose Tower, a defunct lighthouse in the Left Harbor. And then also, there was an artist who was the headmistress of the Institute of Arts in Pitex, who expressed great distaste for the way that artists in that country are basically held hostage through debts, and really hopes that we can help out somehow if we make it to Pitex. We'll have to be in disguise when we do so. The archery competition will be the next competition. No enhancements are allowed, and only longbows are used, ones that are furnished by them. There will be 3 targets of increasing difficulty and increasing points with each one. Unfortunately, with longbows being forced to be used, we're not sure that Yarmosteer will be able to participate. Which means, unless we find some other solution, it's between Giraffe and Kiba. And that's where we left off.
That will have to be the case, as it seems like these competitions are built for, well, the common sort of stories of the River Kingdoms, great archers, log splitters of the many forests, or just shows of strength. Boasting, of course, some of you can do easily. A horse riding competition. Some of you could do as well, but the archery one, well, even though Yarmsir is good with a crossbow, not that great with a drawstring bow. But we'll have to see where that goes. So, you guys had just encountered some of the denizens of the night rather than the day on the tournament grounds here. You think you, well, have met those that you can, and all the rest of the night is either sleeping, drinking, and cavorting as the others are doing on the more outskirts of this tournament. Though, of course, if there's anything else specific that you would like to go for or do in the night here, the first night of the competition, let me know.
So, Kiba, between you and I, who do you think is going to be better with that bow?
I think that our skill levels are very similar, but as much as I hate to admit it, I have a feeling that your keen hunting instincts might just barely tip the balance in your favor.
Maybe.
If I were allowed to sing as I shoot, that would be another matter.
Oh, there could be a way to tilt the favors more towards our side if you wanted to. Now's the best time for it, I would say.
How so?
Well, if, for example, of the longbows that were handed out were to be, let's say, tampered with, all other candidates would be receiving some very defective wares. With a bit of sleight of hand, one of you two could probably smuggle in your own functioning longbow in that case.
Or we only sabotage a few of them.
Yeah, that's also an option, but would obviously also carry the chance that not all of them might receive a tampered.
Yes.
Yep.
It would also be less obvious, though.
Also fair. Just give me the word though, and I'll see what things I can do here.
It is worth keeping in mind that if we are in any way caught tampering or tied to any kind of tampering, all eyes will be upon our kingdom.
I don't like the idea of it. For as angry as I am at losing earlier. This is just a competition.
I mean, that's implying that I get caught tampering, which, trust me, I probably won't.
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're not the most stealthy of people.
I may be a bit broad, but you'd be surprised at how good I am at, well, slipping in unnoticed.
I
Yes,
personally
because
feel we need to prove ourselves to be the moral superiors of Iravetti.
just because we know that others will be cheating does not mean we should stoop to their levels. It is our job to shine Siren Ray's light upon these misgivings where we can.
Shine light. I like the way you think.
You can't just use that flowery language. You know, Kiba's gonna go right for it.
You wound me. You know darn well that what really appeals to me about this is the thought of perhaps exposing cheaters somehow.
Well, I guess I'll keep my eyes peeled. Should be easier this time. No magic allowed.
Indeed. Why, I believe you might be very well equipped for the task.
Well, we could also do the opposite. Basically, give our enemies a quote-unquote advantage and expose them during the contest and get them disqualified.
That'd be the point.
No, like, I tamper with things to give them an advantage, more or less.
We don't know which of the bows are going to whom. It's very likely that they're going to be handed out first come, first serve, or some other random method.
They're probably under guard anyways.
Yeah, nothing a few picked locks and a bit of sneaking can't fix.
The realm of possibility. Not like there's guards staring at each of the implements of the tournament. There's always an opportunity, switches of guards. Some way it could happen. Not impossible, but risk is always involved.
Well, I don't think Yarmosia or Kiba will allow you to do that.
The risks are far too great.
Well, if I get caught, we can just say I got shit-faced and leave it at that.
It still would not reflect very well upon our land.
I mean,
You could always just say you were wanting to look at the bows to make sure they were all fair.
yeah, I don't think they'll buy that.
Fair enough.
Remember that this is more than a simple competition. This is also, in a sense, a diplomatic mission.
I'm kind of curious.
Mm-hmm.
There's these doors on the side of the stage. I'm
Yeah.
gonna poke one open and look inside.
Yeah, go ahead. We could open. Be an empty backstage area. Few brushes and mirrors for setting up garb and such, but otherwise it doesn't look particularly different from what you'd expect.
Gareth closes it quickly before Kiba gets too enthralled by seeing his own reflection.
That looks like my kind of place.
I'm sure you'll be able to see it when the boasting happens.
Oh, you bet I will. I look forward to talking about myself.
So, Giraffe, Yarmosia, and Kiba don't want to do anything to tilt odds in our favor, correct?
Nothing
Kingmaker
that
now.
would get us accused of cheating and tampering.
Fine. I think we're outvoted, Gaz.
Fair enough. I'll keep my hands
It's a
to
bad
myself.
idea. But if you want to, I didn't hear anything.
Could or you could not. The whole party is not against it.
I mean, you could always just go do it by yourself.
I was thinking about that, yeah. Guys might just sneak away during the what's going on currently, celebrations, I imagine. Or
Yeah, just a nightly sort of enjoyments of the festivities.
yeah. Gaz will try to slip out and make his way to where the equipment will be kept.
You just better have a good alibi.
Of course.
Okay. So, with the rest of you perhaps returning to the Royal Blue, where your sort of pavilion is set up for you guys as a competing nation, Gaz, you make your way back up towards those few tents on the side of the tournament grounds that you saw, certainly equipped with bows and arrows and lances for the joust and all of that. It is not unguarded, certainly. There's one or two that you can see at the moment, Pytaxian wardens, just lazily having a look around at the perimeter, just making sure no drunkard steps up or something like that. It's not the perfect defense, there's certainly gaps in it, but you'll have to be quick.
Well, Gaz is gonna try something simple at first, and that is to do the old reliable trick of tossing a rock into like a brush to get it to rustle and hopefully get them to check their place.
Sure. Roll me your stealth check.
Alrighty. Public
Blind.
light.
Always for stealth. So as you pick up a hefty enough rock and sling it over into the bushes, sort of makes that sound into the leaves as one of the guards sort of cants their heads over. Hey, who goes there? Why don't you go back to the tents? This bush ain't for pissing in. Damn it, where'd he go? Starts heading off in that direction, giving you an opening.
Gas will absolutely take that opening.
Mm-hmm. And as you get within that perimeter, find the tent where you imagine most of these supplies are being stored. And nobody's there. This time of night, imagine nobody would be, but you carefully pull back the tent flap just to be sure. You're in the
Excellent.
clear.
Gas will take out a selection of tools and get to work with the longbows, loosening strings or tightening them, or sawing a little bit on the wood to maybe get it to snap during the contest.
Okay. Roll me a crafting check.
That should be easy enough.
Okay. As you make good work with the wood here of the bows, maybe slightly loosening the strings or making it so it may snap with just a small incision in the wood, you feel like you've done a pretty good job with basically all of them. You're not sure if you're going to, or your allies are going to be handed one of those either, but, well, everyone else is going to be on the same sort of worse footing, too.
He'll be fine, I'm sure of it. As Gaz finishes with the bows, he will try to sneak a peek outside,
Okay.
just to check the situation and if he has a little bit more time, perhaps.
You take a peek out, and you still hear the guard shouting over the bush now that they've gotten close to it. Hey, come on now! Did you fall into it or something? I always get these duties and guard with all these drunkards. He seems distracted enough from what you did earlier.
Wonderful. In that case, he will then move on over to messing with the saddles.
Okay. Yeah, all the saddles sort of lined up on the wall of a small barn here. Some of the horses, though, inside look a little bit antsy as you make your way in.
He will try to not startle the horses as he goes to work on the saddles.
Okay,
That
roll me
will-
a stealth
the
check for the
witnesses.
horses. Or kill them, yes, no. Alright. The horses, well, aware of your presence in the barn, they seem, well, none too startled by it. They get back towards those saddles. Roll me a crafting check for those.
I want to hero point that.
Okay. With that, you're able to make some good work with the saddles, maybe loosening some of the threads and messing with the sort of stirrups. Yes, that's what they're called. So they're a little bit more loose, a little bit more, or less, fitted to the proper size of the saddle. Again, many small changes that aren't immediately apparent, but will be to a competitor once they get on the field. Or at least, they'll get a sense for it.
I know
Plus 1,000 bounty to Rushlight.
I know I mentioned pulling something like this during our last intermission, so I want to know right now if doing my little shenanigans will be possible here.
Ooh, what are they? Remind me.
That would be attaching some blast boots sneakily onto some horses' hooves.
That certainly will require a difficult crafting check. But I would say it's possible enough. Right efforts.
Won't those be just instantly visible though?
Well,
placed in a
maybe
way.
if he's sneaky enough about it.
Are we allowed to just put them on them normally, anyways, when you're at the actually the starting line?
I mean, I would imagine that would be counted as cheating.
You know, my character's not there. I'm just gonna let this happen and not say a darn thing.
Mhm.
I didn't hear anything. I don't know anything of this.
Oh my gosh.
Roll me another crafting, guys.
Let's see.
Well,
Boy,
they are perfectly fitted to one of the
What?
sort of saddle or hooves there. They're sort of in the inside of the hoof, and it seems like these horses have already been, well, placed in their hooves for the competition. Nobody needs to look down there or change anything. You imagine, yeah, even though there's a turbine engine on one of the or on the hooves of these creatures, there's just not any reason to look down there for the stable hand. So yeah,
wonderful.
it's well enough.
Well,
Speechless.
one contestant is gonna have a fun ride, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With that done, Gaz will sneak out of the tent again.
All right, one more stealth check. However, as you're making your way out, unfortunately you've timed it almost immediately to the point where the Protexian Warden is stepping back to his post, and he does see the flap of the tent sort of gone wide for a moment as you sort of passed away from it just a moment before. Start heading over in your direction, not knowing you're there in the sort of dark of night here, but they're getting closer and you're running out of options. You can't rush into a bush here, it'll be loud. You're basically on the side of a tent against a bush that'll be loud, too loud when they've gotten this close. As they rush up to the tent. Wait. Someone must have... It's not that windy. Can't have been the wind. Starts looking around.
Tricky.
Roll me a stealth check. That's it. That's what you need to beat there. It can be public. Unless you have
Alright.
something you want to immediately do to try and get out of this situation.
Blast boots.
Tempting, but I already used those. Plus, I'm pretty sure those would be very noisy.
Explosive leap.
Ah, okay. Guys, you just barely find the smallest part of the bush that's not going to be nearly as loud as any other section of it. You just slip through slowly and quietly, slow enough that you're getting out of there without making too much noise, but fast enough that they're not going to have a thorough search of the area. With a hair of a thread, you get around the tent and out of sight as they're rounding their sight over towards you, where you were, at least. That drunkard again. I'll find you. There you
Gas
are.
hides backwards through the hedge.
I guess you're able to make it away and back towards the Royal Pavilion with the rest of your party.
Gaz has a very contented smile as he rejoins everyone.
Have a nice walk, Gaz.
Of course, just enjoying the very nice Pitaxian air.
He would just kind of stares at you, eyes narrowing as he strums his lute.
Well, I haven't done anything.
Should have brought a pretzel with you for the full experience.
I'm sure you had a nice, productive walk. Yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
So, as you all sort of sit within the Royal Pavilion, or one of the Royal Blue Pavilions here, it's, got everything you need. Nice fruits on a table, beds for each of you. Sort of one of those tents that's set up on a wooden platform that's already been set there. It gives it almost a circus tent vibe, but Of course, not with the clowns or bright colors or all that. Safe enough from prying eyes and a good place to rest. I assume you guys do so, right?
Yep, indeed.
Gaz,
Hmm.
I wonder if you can get into the head honcho's tent.
While it is tempting, and I admittedly was very much considering doing so, it carries inherent risks, as you can imagine.
Of course, but imagine what might be in there.
I was eyeing that staff and baton, that's for certain.
No, I meant less physical things and more plans or maps or that kind of stuff.
I admittedly don't quite see why he would bring those to the tournament, but I can certainly give it another look tomorrow, potentially.
Maybe. We'll see. I'll have to probably help you this time, though.
I'd certainly appreciate the help.
Alright. So, as you guys finish your conversations and your escapades in the night, rest soon comes, and, well, as you all rest the night away, dawn arises. And you find that the atmosphere is much like the day that you came here. People cheering on different events happening all over, seeing some of the zoo animals that have been brought in from different places on Galarian, tigers, elephants, and all that. People, of course, taking part in the many foods of this place, of the many different, also, well, types of food from different cultures of the River Kingdoms and beyond. And it's, well, it's a joyous affair. Much to your chagrin as it is to see a rival kingdom of yours throw something that everyone seems to be having a great time with. Especially knowing the background of its ruler.
I think once this is all over, we should start doing annual festivals at our city.
I would love nothing more.
Not a bad idea.
Are you gonna sponsor it, Perinth? Gaz grins.
It can be a
Why
group
not
effort.
monthly ones?
Don't get too excited, please.
And as you guys return to the grounds of the tournament here, many of those that you had seen the other day are here, but some others that you hadn't seen on its grounds are also sort of making the rounds here. Of course, if you wish to speak to anybody new, different, or partake in any of the, well, shops or festivities or anything like that, there are plenty of people to, well, talk to about that.
Oh, I
Well-
sure do.
Mm-hmm. Is your oyster for the day.
Trying
One
to.
for Animede.
Find Animede where you saw her last the other day. In fact, right in front of the sort of stage there, strumming her lute to some others who are, well, partaking in what she has to say about certain events. People always seem to come up to her, asking her opinions about things, about clothes, fashion, about music and art, about politics, about anything. They seem to, well, treat her as the celebrity she very much is. People, you step up.
I do indeed. And I have my my lyre with me.
Oh, you are, what, the fourth today that seems to wish to compete against me? Was show off or something like that, right? Oh no, it's you, actually. Never mind.
Oh, you do remember me. I'm flattered.
I remember you. Yes, I don't forget people. Much as I would like to forget some people. You're at least more interesting than the common rabble.
I could say much the same about you, indeed.
What will it be then? Politics, art? Pick your poison.
Well, for the time being, since you already have your loot, Why don't I accompany you for a bit?
An accompaniment, I see. But to what end, I must ask.
How else did better get to notice a fellow performer?
True, very true. Although I did see on the rolls that you will be competing against me in tomorrow's competition. Could this be a ploy to, well, one me up when the time comes? Knowing what I do would give you a certain advantage, would it not?
Then I suppose don't talk about those things that you plan to bring up.
Roll diplomacy check.
Alright. Okay, blind
Always public for diplomacy. Nothing
You got it.
untoward about it. No need to
Good
make it
enough.
blind. 35. Well, I must say that I am slightly interested in how things have changed. I know last time I was at your kingdom it was quite rustic and backwater, I must say. Though,
We do very much enjoy our nature.
yes, nature, of course. Nature in Pytax is more of a means to an end. You know, the Royal Preserve is much of Rushlight's lands. We don't cultivate it very much. The joy of the king and his hunters. And the rest of the land is cultivated for wine and, well, as much as we need to feed ourselves as well.
No shame in wine.
No shame in it at all. Only shame in your choice of wine, perhaps. We shall discuss. Your taste is. I'm curious. You'll come along.
Oh, gladly.
So, during this time, Kiba, you have the opportunity to get to know Enemy Belivar a little bit more, but we're going to switch on over to the rest of the party as we see what they're going to do for their day of festivities here. As Giraffe is standing in a ditch. Yes.
Jeff is just hiding under the little bridge.
Yeah.
I was zoomed out and I didn't really notice.
Mm-hmm. So,
Meredith is gonna go try to find the wizard that took part in the axe cutting competition yesterday.
you're standing right next to her.
Indeed.
As she sort of is seemingly in a transition, making her way towards the left side here, across the bridge. You're able to catch up to her. Oh, are you following me?
Yes! Meredith looks back at Gaz for a second, kind of confused.
Well, I also have interest in magical business, mostly in terms of how to avoid it in the future.
Well, you get no secrets from me. Even though, well, you've already seen what I can do.
I
Poorly.
must say, I was quite impressed that you went to that axe chopping competition yesterday. I wouldn't have
Well,
thought to do it as a magic user myself.
I sought to show the world that it's not just brawn that gives one strength. Was the strength competition, as it was, but I wanted to show them a different kind of strength. An unassuming strength. I've always been small. People have always made fun of me for that.
I share some of those similarities, obviously.
Yes, it's peculiar. That's, well, you don't often see a dragon, but I think you being the king of this land, or part of the kingdom of, what's your name, kingdom's name again? I forget.
Scaleport.
Scaleport. No, that's your town, though. Your kingdom's name is different, wouldn't it?
Why am I drawing a blank on this all of a sudden?
Well, so am I, but I run 4 Kingmaker games at once, so...
Guys, help.
Hey, what if it is? It just... Unless
Yes,
you can tell
of
us.
course. Yes, it's blah blah blah. There you go.
Yes, that one. Of course, you would know the kingdom. You would know the name of your own
Of
kingdom.
course.
Yes, but I forget what I was even saying as well.
I apologize.
Suffice to say, everyone knows that you're one of the rulers of that kingdom, so I think people are less surprised to see a dragon around these parts. So not everyone is going to come up to you and say, "Oh, hey, a dragon." But I guess some of the children around here have already done it for you.
Just a couple. Say, are you planning on competing in any other competitions? I would quite like to see how a magic user holds up compared to the others.
No, I'm afraid I'm not. Daggermark has other representatives for each of the competitions, and I will not tread upon their, well, ground. I believe, on my team, it will be Ilrith Velitkani that's in the, archery competition. I think I saw him over by the drinks tent there.
Oh, I might have to go say hello. We don't really have any sort of relationship with Daggermark yet, but maybe this is a good opportunity to make some relationships.
Oh, well, nobody has official relationships with Daggermark. You know a little bit about our kingdom, right? Our
Of
state.
course.
How everything is chosen by committee, and once a year you can even, well, call in a favor to the government itself, to their state-sponsored assassins, to have one person assassinated once per year. That sort of thing. It's a fun place.
I think that any nation is a worthy ally sometimes, even if it might not be the most obvious choice.
Well, Daggermark officially doesn't have any allies. I'm certainly not a representative, but
Of course.
it is, however, a place that you should definitely make overtures to. It is the sort of unofficial capital of the River Kingdoms, all of them. So the central state of them.
Say, my friend here, Gaz, would love to know more, I imagine.
Excuse me?
Would he now?
But thank you for your time. I'll go talk to the others. Have a nice day.
Of course, yes. But
Gaz looks stunned as he's left in this conversation.
she looks equally confused. You had something to say?
Admittedly, I was looking to avoid listening. I'm not exactly good when it comes to magic things. I prefer to take things with a more calculated fist, shall we say.
Well, perhaps more knowledge about Daggermark would be useful to you. And as she continues to talk to you, as much as you're there to listen, you guys can go look up Daggermark on the Pathfinder wiki.
Turn to page 56 in the manual. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, class, open your books.
This will be on the class test.
Yeah, you
This will be
unlock
on the
access.
final exam.
You unlock access to the wiki pages. Otherwise, don't look at them. But unless, then if I tell you, of course you can.
Alrighty.
Some of it has spoilers, so yeah. So, Parent, you make your way sort of back to the group here. Yarmasir and Giraffe, what were you doing during that time?
I'm serious trying to push past Villamore Cost to get his daily rations of pretzels for the games.
Right. I was waiting in line like a good man here, and you think you can just walk past me, little thing?
What are you waiting for? The pretzels don't take that long to fry.
They don't just have pretzels here. They have turkey legs, and I need them, or I get very upset. Now, you wouldn't want me to be very upset, would you?
What you gonna do? Oh, you're that brute from the axe sweating competition, aren't you?
Who are you calling brute? But yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Your showboating leaves a bit to be desired, but at least I won't have to be watching that during today's competition, I assume.
A bit to be desired. All the ladies are on me. All the men want to be me. I'm an alpha male. And you are just some lizard thing that I could snap in half without twisting even my wrist.
Doesn't sound like there's much finesse to that.
Who needs finesse when you have these muscles?
Well, today's competition certainly needs something less. Can't exactly just snap your bowstrings and not expect to win.
I can pull him back hard enough. That's all it really is arm strength.
What, is that all you're gonna do? Pull back as hard as you can on the bow?
And hit the one as far back as any. That's all I need to do. I already showed how good I am before.
Yes. Well, sounds like there's gonna be some kind of show at the competition today.
There will be. But there won't be any show for you if you keep butting ahead of me. Move aside. He sort of tries to physically push you aside, actually. I think a 38 will be a shot.
That's before save. That's reflex. Actually, no.
Or
Reflex is
for
probably the
shove.
same.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is a success.
Should know better. Oh, halfling, get me my turkey. Half a dozen. That'll do for an hour or two. So, moving back towards Giraffe. Giraffe, again, anything you were doing as everybody else sort of found their marks during this day?
I'm not sure.
Well, you have...
Arinth will tell Giraffe who the Daggerford person is. It's going to be in the archery contest.
Yep, this guy right here.
That's going to be one of the competitors. Maybe you should go see what they're up to.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna go see what they're up to.
Okay. You see this fidgety man sort of sitting on the bench here with a cup of what looks to be coffee in his hand. Oh, hello, you're blocking the sun a little bit. I can't really read this.
Oh, sorry. He steps to the side like a foot.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. I don't know the, Oh, wait, no, I know you. You're one of the, barons. Barons of that unnamed place, but that place I should know the name of.
Yeah. That's the place. The place everyone knows about, but doesn't know the name of.
I know the capital is Scaleport, but, whatever.
A young country, but we're doing well for ourselves. I see
I've
you
heard.
are gonna be competing today. I hope that goes well.
Oh, yes, of course I'm competing. I'm the most dexterous of those from Daggermark, as you can see. His dexterity seems to almost be a fidgeting, like sort of always has to have something in his hands, like coins flipping between his fingers or dice in his hand. It's something I've just come to need, almost, growing up. Always been a little bit antsy.
I can see that. Not a bad thing, though.
Oh,
If
yes.
If your country has chosen you to compete in this competition, you must be skilled.
Oh, very much skilled. I mean, I have the best manual dexterity of anybody here. And that's all that archery really is. It's bringing the bow back precisely. But also, I'm going to show people how much flair adds to one's performance. One's real performance is getting the crowd's attention on them and, well, enjoying the energy of it, allowing them to energize you. That's what I hope for.
Well, I'm excited to see how you compete. I'll be going as well, and while I don't use a bow that much, I am not bad with them.
Well, I hope you do well, but I don't hope you do better than me.
That's understandable. But we'll see who manages to come out on top.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
Okay, so as you turn away from them, the rest of you having your conversations over the course of the day. Kiba, you've kept yourself busy with Animate Belivar. The rest of you sort of, learning about some of the different competitors and such. If there's anybody in specific that you wish to go and speak to for the rest of the day, before the competitions, let me know. But for the start, Kiba, as you followed enemy Belivar around, I want you to roll me a perception check.
Alright.
You're sort of coming to a better understanding of who enemy Belivar is, and, well, she seems to be even more of an enigma. Many things previously that you thought were true about her, her sort of, well, need for the crowd, her desires to serve Pitax, they seem to be shifted in your head. She doesn't seem all that loyal. She doesn't seem all that interested in the joys of the crowd and, well, the enamored fans that flock to her wherever she goes. She almost seems jaded in a way.
I can't say that surprises me remotely.
Oh, to be someone with power, without the need to have these annoying fans. Even Iravetti doesn't gather crowds as I do.
I imagine that makes you extremely useful to him.
Well, it does. That is certain, yes.
I imagine I can expect you to try to be twisting things around to Iravetti's favor. I can't say I particularly blame you for that, if that's the case.
Roll diplomacy check, actually, for me.
Okay. Nope, redoing.
Okay.
I can't.
Not
no.
to be.
Iravetti's favor... Not necessarily. My nation's favor, my loyalty to Pitax, certainly. I love this nation. I do believe that we have many up-and-comers, many people who are wanting for something. People come here not just because Iravetti has promised it as a land of opportunity, but because it is. Stolen lands are yet to be settled, and we are, well, its most stable state, I must say. Yours, well, has troll incursions and undead uprisings every other day.
Can't deny that.
Though our stability is part of our downfall. Especially under Iravetti. But we should just leave it at that. Wouldn't want to
For
be
now,
caught
perhaps.
slandering. So, you're not able to get much else out of her for the rest of your journey here. And yeah, for the purposes of when the competition is going to take place, guys, you've already spent half of the sort of day eating, enjoying yourselves as well for the competition, and doing what you did before, talking to different specific people. So you have maybe one more opportunity to tell me what we're doing for the rest of this day before the archery.
I want to try to maybe find somebody else who seems like they're going to get involved in the boasting.
Okay.
Kind of get a just try to get a feel for some of the competition.
Well, you certainly see many of the sorts that have gathered near the theater building here. They seem to be sort of braggadocious, sort of performers in their own rights. Any one of them could be certainly part of that competition.
Guy with a funny hat. Everybody has a funny hat.
Yeah.
This guy with a funny hat.
As he's sort of there, just testing his voice, practicing it, he looks over to you, closes that book he has in hand. Oh, one of the barons graces me with their presence. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I think your name was Kiba, yes?
That's correct, Kiba. The pleasure is
Kiba,
mine.
yes,
And
yes.
you are?
Inflection matters, as it will during the competition. Ah, yes, no. My name My name should precede me, but I am Mimon Espond. I'll put that in chat. From Daggermark, I bring that
Oh,
roguish flair to the boast. All of my escapades, people will want to hear of the drama, the lust, slippery circumstances, all of them. Everyone loves a good spy drama.
that is true. Are you well versed in such?
Anybody in Daggermark should be, certainly.
Could
But,
be.
well, should be, else you get a dagger to your throat. Any citizen can ask for one to be assassinated. You should
Ah,
always watch your step in that place. Nevertheless, I must say that I won't tell you much more. As a competitor yourself, correct? I hear that you are quite the artist, the song, or the dance.
that is correct.
We'll have to see if song and dance makes up enough for power of voice and, gathering of a crowd's attention. You can't just rely on one skill during this competition, you know.
That's correct. I certainly can't rely just on that.
Perhaps I can tell you one thing. Beware Milalessa, that Callistrian. They can be a vengeful sort, and if you go before her, she will certainly lash back with a savored sting of her goddess. Proverbially, of course, not physically. Unless you really piss them off. Points across the way to one of you guys had met with Dizon Marmada there as well.
I shall have to keep that in mind.
Hold a strong distaste in my own heart for their sort. They think they can trounce anyone just because their goddess wills it. They are very touchy people. They can't take a joke. Unfortunate.
Extremely unfortunate. What a sad way to live.
It is. That we can agree on, but I must continue my practices.
As must I. It was a pleasure.
Much
And
the
it
same.
will be a pleasure to see you on the stage, even as a rival.
Perhaps not much the same. I prefer to win.
Well, I do hope you enjoy it regardless.
My enjoyment will come your failure, unfortunately. But, well, that's the spirit of the game.
That is indeed. You have a lovely time.
So, back to the rest of you. Guys, you finally got, out of the conversation with Yagina Varudu. And, well, maybe you can coordinate with your allies as a couple of you sort of come back together here.
Do we see any other people who might be competitors for the archery competition? It's kind of hard to tell at a glance, though.
Yarmasier talks through a pretzel. That lady by the stand over there. She has a big old bow.
Draft, why don't you go
Yeah.
butter her up?
I don't have any butter.
I'm sure you can find
more
some.
class is definitely participating as well, it seems. Just to be expected, I suppose.
He seems to have quite the appetite. I wonder if maybe his appetite should be whetted a little bit.
What?
Get him to drink some stuff.
You're
It's
confused.
it's a bit early in the day for alcohol, isn't it?
Aren't a lot of
I
people here
suppose.
drinking?
Literally half the people you see have a mug in hand.
Oh my goodness.
He's probably gonna drink something.
Maybe give him a little more than he can handle or something. I don't know.
What do you say?
I've been to a few places, and usually people who are built like that are very, very, very difficult to knock out. Trust me.
We don't want to knock him out. We want to get him off guard.
Same thing, really, isn't it?
I
Mm,
prefer to get him flat-footed.
I was thinking the same thing.
I did say off guard on purpose. Well, I guess I'll go talk to that person with the bow over there.
Okay. You step up to them. They've sort of been going for the more vegetarian or vegetable sort of stocked shelves here, shall we say. Booth, there we go.
If she's a vegan, she's gonna lose.
You see a half-elven woman, definitely of short stature, compared to the bow that she has on her back. And, a side of the berries there, please. Thank you. She turns around to see you. Oh, sorry. I don't want to get in your way.
No, it's quite okay. Do you have any suggestions for here?
Well, the leeks are very good. I do like a tomato, but if, well, they need to put it into a salad. They can make a salad for you, fresh, out of any of the ingredients here. Quite lovely. A berry salad now.
It looks quite delicious. Say, you wouldn't have to be participating in the archery competition today, would you?
Oh, what told you that?
Maybe the graceful figure you have and the giant bow.
Ah, well, graceful as I am, yes, I am no archer without this bow. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use this one in the competition, but yes, certainly am.
Right, just like the axe competition, I'm sure they're going to give everybody their own longbows. Sadly, I can't quite use one.
Oh, well, yes, that would be quite difficult for that situation.
So, which nation are you here representing? Are you from Daggermark?
Oh, no, we're from... I represent Grolton, in fact. Grolton's one of the river kingdoms. It's, in fact, the nation where many of the people from Galt, fleeing the violence, the political violence of Galt, go to. So, we're a hardy people, and we have a good community, because we know what a bad community and rivalries and tribalism brings when it comes to Galt itself.
I should probably have plans when I come and talk to people, shouldn't I? That's
I'm
quite
just-
fascinating. You should stop by our kingdom sometime if you ever want to see some interesting stuff. We have this interesting tuber that grows near our kingdom. It's very good.
Well, I do eat the stuff, but I'm not much of a naturalist myself, or a fighter. But anyway, I hope to see one of your competitors in the competition. I know people don't really expect much from me, but I'm going to show them that slow and steady wins the race.
Of course. I'll be watching, and I wish you all good luck.
Of course.
Our attack stops.
So, with that, a little bit of information on what her strategy may be, we return to the party.
It seems like she's going to be one that takes her time. Probably aims really carefully, not rushing or anything.
How does this competition work again? Yeah, you got as much time as you want to aim, right? As long as you get the bullseyes.
I suppose, but maybe you get extra points for being stylish or something.
Extra
Or-
points for using up your arrows fast. For every round remaining that you have no arrows remaining. So there's only 6 rounds and 6 arrows. So if you spent a lot of them really quickly, you'll get bonus points for each round remaining that you can't shoot.
Well, by shooting faster, you're going to penalize yourself more.
Yes, that's the sort of balance there. So-
Anybody else catch your eyes? And Q's been going around with that bard lady all day.
Well, I
Keeps-
find her to be quite pleasant company.
Better mood now that she's not stuck in that hunting lodge.
She seems to be doing somewhat better, although I get the impression she doesn't particularly, well, I suppose I shouldn't say it too loud. She loves her nation and her people.
Oh, maybe she could have done something for those art students.
I'll be keeping her in mind. I'm not terribly impressed by another fellow that I had a chat with.
There seems to be quite a number of people from Daggermark here. That sorcerer lady, or wizard lady, in the axe chopping competition was from Daggermark.
The Daggermark place is rather seedy, and I don't really know if you want to make diplomatic ties with these kinds of people.
Was she as kind as she looked?
She certainly was.
The people of Daggermark certainly seem decent enough.
They seem to have a certain flair.
I believe in most nations, well, whenever there's political trouble with another nation, it's not usually the people with that nation that are the ones to blame, so to speak. That's not a very eloquent way of putting it. How should I rephrase this? If, in a corrupt nation, it's very often the rulers that are the ones to look out for. The people often are just bystanders.
We should also probably consider the possibility that that Daggermark's assassination services could be used against us.
Interesting.
That seems like a very elaborate plot to set up to have all of us murdered through assassins. And only like hiring 3 assassins for that. At that.
They wouldn't have to assassinate all 5 of us. Even just one would throw us into chaos.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a replacement if one of us dies.
Ah, very well.
Well, we did piss off one of them, remember?
I notice I don't see her around.
It's probably for the best.
Indeed.
You hear a call up. Excuse me. I need some water.
Plus you.
There we go. Alright, so. You hear a call sort of halfway up the hill there, on the usual path up to the tournament grounds themselves. Nunzio Arpaia shouting, "Alright, all the competitors, come and, well, get your bows ready. The tournament is about to begin."
Good luck, Giraffe.
Thank you.
Above all else, have fun.
Yeah, the
With
first
that-
rule of bow safety is to have fun.
But also, act with honor.
Now, you may want to shoot all of your arrows immediately, but you should probably just balance it out a little bit, okay?
Is the rule that you have to shoot all your arrows, or they just have to not be in your quiver?
You just don't get any points if you shoot all of your arrows, if you don't use all your arrows. You're going to want to use all of them, of course.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about the wording. If the wording is like any quivers of the arrow, you could just like dump out your arrows at the end of your round.
I mean, you need to shoot your arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
mean,
trying to get a comprehensive
If
understanding.
you want to dump your arrows in the middle of a competition in front of all the cheering crowds and represent your nation that way, certainly, yeah, go right ahead.
We quit. We're the quitters.
hmm
I'm probably not going to do that.
Bring you guys up to the tournament arena, as I need to do some cleanup. You guys may have some time to decide on strategy and such.
So are we having me go out for this competition as well?
Yep.
I really can't use a longbow if you can't tell.
I mean, you can use your tail. Then again, you can't fly, so...
I
It's
can
a shame
fly.
we can't both participate.
Yeah, it is.
How does that improve
What?
things?
What do you mean?
Oh, did you just want to be a part of this competition as well?
You can't have two competitors from the same kingdom.
I just thought it would have been fun to compete directly against Giraffe.
Maybe some other time. Something casual.
Of course.
Alright,
I'm
so,
gonna go down here by the competitors so I can feel any magic or anything.
okay.
What kinds of bows are there to choose from?
Longbows, just longbows. So go into your inventory and give yourself a longbow and 6 arrows. Actually, let me check if they're composite longbow, because that does matter. Draw.
They were composite longbows until Gaz ruined them all.
Yeah. Nope, they are simple longbows, not composite ones. So you can't add your
Right.
strength score to it, that means. Or strength score to damage.
I had 14 arrows before this combat. I mean, this that already with me. So I just reduced it for 6 for the sake of this.
Mm-hmm. So, I think we should go to a 5-minute break here as we get started, because I need to set up something that I forgot to set up. So, that'll be my use of the 5-minute break. Either way,
Alright.
see you
Okay.
guys in a bit.
Yep.
Oh, this is a different Villamorkoth.
Yes, it is the Archer Villamorkoth, because he has different stats for this. Or, well, technically, just easier for me to set him up with different tokens for different competitions, because there's different stuff he does with them. But yeah, he's still the burly, strong man that he is. As Giraffe, you make your way up here, Parenth. You did a little bit of a sweep to try and see if there's any magic apparent to you. Doesn't seem to be, really. But you all take your seats, taking a look at the other competitors. Some of them you didn't meet, some you certainly have. Nunzio sort of steps forward to get the crowd a little bit less boisterous for the rules of the contest. Alright, everyone, settle down, settle down. Our King Castruccio Vetti is present for the competition, and I must grant you the rules of this competition. You will see 3 targets, and I will go through each of them. First, the blue target. You'll see a little picture of a kobold painted on it. That is, of course, the easiest target. And it will, of course, give you less points. 1 point for a hit, 3 points for a critical hit, which is, well, a bullseye. Though remember, for each of these targets, they will have different varying degrees of hardness, different varying degrees of resistance to them. So if you cannot strike harshly into it, if your arrow doesn't hit hard, it will just fall out of it. The arrow must stick. So the kobold target, the blue one, is easiest, as it is just hay behind it. As for the green target, being that of an owlbear, it has, well, a higher hardness, as it is more wood-based, and it is much further away, perhaps causing a range penalty, a difficulty for far shots. But with that being said, it is worth more points. 3 points for a hit, 9 points for a critical hit, a bullseye. Finally, way back there, 450 feet away, is the red target, with a dragon painted upon it. That, of course, will be harder to hit, will have a much higher resistance to your strikes, as it is wood banded with iron, but it will give you more points. If I remember correctly, 5 points for a hit, 15 points for a critical bullseye. Just don't worry about those back in the crowd there. They know the penalty for some haywire shot landing in their knee. Their adventuring days will be over then, I assure you. Everyone in the crowd just does a, we've heard that one before.
Ooh.
Boo!
Alright. I had to say it, all you adventurers know that funny joke, haha. But that is all for those rules, except for one final thing. There are 6 rounds, 6 arrows each on each of our competitors. For each round that your quiver is empty, meaning you've actually fired 6 shots out of your quiver, for each round remaining that you cannot shoot any, you'll get 2 extra points. So points for fast firing, for, well, making this an exciting composition. Any questions from any of our competitors? Oh, and of course, one more thing. Absolutely no self-enhancement of any kind before or during this competition. It is pure and raw skill. Not like last time, where you could cast spells on yourself. Nothing but your skill involved in this one. Questions?
No, that makes
The
sense.
Garmosier whispers
Simple.
to the group, what do they mean by the kobold being the easiest target?
It's nothing. They're just... Don't let it get to you, please.
Can't believe this kobold bigotry in this freaking society.
It comes up a little bit, it comes up often, especially from Ataxians, it seems. Maybe
Yeah,
they
seems
developed
that
it.
way.
Either
Sorry,
way.
we can't be allies.
With that being said, gracious King Castruccio Iovetti, shall I give the go-ahead? As Iovetti sits down with a sort of bowl full of fruits and wine. Yes, of course. A less exciting competition. Go ahead, Nunzio. The Nunzio raises a flag. Take your turns. as I lower this flag, as the flag goes lowered, there will be an initiative just to make things easy for the order, but there's no, well, need to worry about getting first or last in initiative here, since there's no like getting to a victory condition first for this one.
Makes sense.
Unless you shoot another competitor.
Oops. We both clicked it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So, starting us off. Oh, and actually, you guys need to be lined up like this. There we go. Alright, let's get this over with. Don't exactly like shooting arrows.
Go home. I don't have to do this.
Did my targets get screwed up? Yes, somehow they did. Let's fix that one. Okay, 30, and this distance, 20. Okay, yes, that's correct. Alright.
Oh wait, I rolled initiative, so I want to demoralize him.
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Intimidation, right?
Yeah. Oh, is it? Is for demoralize? Ah, that's cute. Trying to be scary again. Don't bother. I'm gonna show everyone here what a powerful arm can do. Goes for the red target across the way, completely misses it.
There's a hearty no laugh.
If I hit it, I win. That's true. But you see this sort of elven woman, I will show you all the technique of a triple shot. As she goes for each target, sort of putting 3 arrows into the drawstring and firing them in rapid succession. She first goes for the red target back, but these are each at -4 penalty. So I'll -4 after she makes each shot. She certainly misses that one. Goes to the next one. Actually does hit, even with the range penalty and the -4. She deals 6 damage, which is not enough actually to get past the hardness. Hardness is 6 on this one. So it teeters, but falls away, dealing no damage to it and no points for it. But the blue target, the Kobold, definitely is struck harshly with a bullseye. She gets 3 points.
How much your winces?
Giraffe, over to
Drav takes note of Yarmos. So he draws his bow and targets the owlbear.
you. Alright.
I don't have anything fancy for bows.
No
I
one does.
could have picked up a feat for bows with Battlefield. It's too late for that.
You would have woken up today knowing you competing in this, and a fighter's versatility should benefit you, so I would allow you to choose something.
I have no idea what to choose though. So unless you have something in mind, I'm not going to bother. For the sake of time.
I think that fighter does get a good bit of pretty good feats here.
8 for lower.
Yes, so you could do
Triple shot is an option.
triple shot, yes. Could do like her and try to just unleash a bunch of shots. Or actually, sorry, triple shot requires double shot as a prerequisite, if I recall here.
Cool.
You can take double shot.
Or incredible aim.
Oh, cool.
Oops, sorry. I am spamming the sound because I hate that, like, when I'm trying to type, like, a search in, like, find on page, it's like boop 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 boop. Like, fucking, okay, we get it, Windows. Nothing's found.
I think I'm going to take incredible aim.
Okay. Throw that onto your sheet, and let's see how it helps you.
Just take 2 actions, so for a +2 basically.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
Okay, so I'm going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
We can add it after.
Yeah.
I'm making this attack against the green target.
Okay. The owlbear sort of roars in that sort of bullseye there. As you make the shot, 3 on the dice.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay. Knowing that you could do better, you adjust your aim at the last moment, and it does hit because of incredible aim, adding the +2 there.
I forgot about it. I thought I missed, and I was
Oh,
getting
thank
angry.
goodness.
So roll a damage. Let's see if you actually make the arrow stick.
Come on.
3, total of 6 is just exactly the resistance value of this, meaning there's no damage applied. It falls to the ground.
Darn it! I'm gonna make a second attack.
Okay, so we have map 5. 5 of the dice. Misses as well. Going through 2 arrows there.
That's my turn.
Alright. Demonjolt. You see him sort of, seeming to sort of fluff his coat a little bit before he takes aim. Okay. As he does so, he sort of aims a shot downfield towards the owlbear. I'll show you how my arrows will stick. But he misses the target with a natural 2.
The what now?
Goes for a second with map, and this does hit. Actually, critically, because the map 5 not being enough to go over the critical there. So he gets a bullseye on that for 9 points. He leaves it at that for this round, using 2 arrows. Now we go to Florente Mayank. Alright, like I said, slow and steady. Aims a shot downfield towards the red target with precise aim, adding a +2 to this attack roll, but still not enough. She needs to roll much higher than that to get the red target. Or maybe I should reduce my endeavors just a little bit. Just be more
Can I do a quick
realistic.
interrupt?
Yeah, sure.
Chat needs to be
Oh, is it not
moved to
moving?
the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, and I am realizing I am forgetting someone before I start this round here. I don't know why I forgot Ilwraith Filiconi be in this event. Thank you, yeah. Sometimes chat just gets stuck if something very long enters it and I have to go over. Forget about it. Thank you. Now let me get back to my usual setup. There we go. Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to make that happen. All of this is like jury rigged together to make it look like it is, which is pretty good, but yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So, we're on to Mr. Ilwraith Filiconi, who is also part of this competition, representing Daggermark. So, we'll put him we'll put him at the end of initiative here, so he was the last person to go. And move back in to him. Now you may know that I can give you a performance here, something to rile up the crowd, as he sort of like makes the swishing movement to put his arrow into the bow. He makes a performance check before firing. But as you guys look at him, after he does that, you notice something about it. You notice that he is hiding some movement parent of magic within his fingers, using his braggadocio, his sort of robust flair, to hide a casting of True Strike. You certainly realize it, Parenth. Okay.
Counter spell.
Yeah, no, I'm double checking to see if I actually have True Strike on my spell list. I do.
You do.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna use Clever Counter Spell.
Okay.
Oh, clever counter spell? How's that different from
I
my
hope this works.
Hold on, I can
It's like
put
a
it.
bonus because you
There
have
you
this
go.
one.
Hmm.
Let's see. What do I have
Oh, that's
prepared
good.
to potentially interrupt this?
Interruption of a True Strike.
Don't have True Strike prepared, unfortunately. Let's see.
Chain lightning.
Yes. Electrocute him. Let's see. Sorry, this is a new world for me. 1 second.
Yeah, of course. Again, it's creativity. That's the key with Clever Counterspell too. So,
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to counterspell it with telekinetic maneuver.
I think that works, yeah.
To basically
This is a cool
hold that arrow to disrupt his
Mm-hmm.
true strike.
Alright, so, with that, I'm going to use to roll a counteract check, which is just your spellcasting modifier, that plus 22.
Okay.
But because, of course, you were casting a spell that is higher rank than True Strike is, as a level 1 spell, and with that roll, you are able to counteract it. But as you do, Nunzio sort of looks over to you, then over to him. I saw that too. You don't need to interject. As he rushes over, what do you think you're doing? Casting spells? Hiding it underneath your performative arts, huh? No, I was just, whatever. I wasn't going to win anyway. You certainly failed their roll.
Seemed nice.
Wow.
And gives Nunzio a thumbs up.
I don't need to cheat. I don't need to care either. I'm gonna make the shot. Come on. Misses. He's just gonna let that one go. Never on. No. Triple shot. Once more. Goes out. Goes for each of these. I'll just roll them out in tandem. As this triple shot goes out, she will hit with a critical against this one, the blue target, and a regular shot against the green target. Let me just roll the damage to see if they certainly... Well, actually, no, they already rolled the damage, never mind. She actually does get one to stick on the green target, so that's 3 points there and 3 points from the blue critical, so a total of 9 points at this point. And she has used all of her arrows. So...
Triple strike got us stuck again. The chat.
Oh, it did? Okay. I'll make sure not to use that. Either way, with that, that is all of the arrows in her quiver. She does just have these 4 rounds remaining after this to give her 2, 4, 6, 8 extra points for a total of 17 to beat.
Woo!
Steps back. Try to beat that. As Giraffe, we go to your turn.
What I did last turn,
Mhm.
I like the process of it, so I think I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
Draft, shoot the kobold for your second shot.
Giraffe doesn't seem like Giraffe wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hiding beneath the bleachers at that.
Go on the dice.
I have one more hero point from 730.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use it.
Okay. 9 on the dice. We'll make it hit because of your circumstance bonus from the
Please roll at least a 4 on the damage dice, please.
size shot. Yeah, need a 4. It's a hard
Oh.
ask, and you just
Look
have
at
it.
that.
It does hit. You get 3 points for that one.
And my second attack, I should the smart gameplay thing to do would be to shoot the blue target. But I really don't want to shoot a picture of a kobold on the target. So I'm gonna make my second attack against the green target.
Okay. Could roll pretty high.
I could.
And you do. But because this is not with
Oh.
a precise shot, it unfortunately does just barely miss. You get 3 points for
Two
this
arrows,
round.
and that's my turn.
And only 2 arrows remaining. Demonjot. Again, he seems to fluff his cloak in a strange way before making a shot here.
Is he doing any magic?
Well, you do notice he's not doing magic. In fact, you see something green glitter underneath his cloak. Parent.
Can I try to get a good look at what it is?
Yeah, roll
Or
a
is that
perception
the
check.
okay.
Well, actually, you do realize what that is. He seems to really quickly knock the arrow and fire it, as if he's trying to cover up the fact that there's a tinge of green on the arrow's tip, making it out to be adamantine. That's certainly not allowed. It's just the regular arrows that they give out that should be part of this. Or something.
Prince is gonna kind of sneak over here.
Okay.
Kind of sneak behind the competition to Nunzio again, and he's gonna kind of nudge him and point to the orc.
I was
Or
thinking it too. Another cheater. Let's see those arrows. Oh, those aren't arrows. They are arrows, but I'm just gonna try to roll deception, but it certainly does fail. You don't let anything else happen in there. No one are gonna cheat. Damanjolt is disqualified from this competition. Again, another cheater. Florente Mayak is for a precise aim at the green target. With her oh, this should be Pullock. Let me get that out there. There we go. And because it is a private, I need to scroll down. There we go. Over there. Get back up. There we go. So, with her precise aim, she does lower the hardness by 4 and is able to hit with a 6. Oh, and her roll was actually a +7. +9 doesn't make it a crit though, so she gets 3 points for that. There we go. He's out. We go to
Shot.
Villamarkoth. I've had enough of this. Just get it over with. Didn't really care for this anyway.
Got a what?
Just slings a couple of shots towards the green target, hits one for 3 points. He seems certainly not all that interested in winning this competition or caring much for it. He's just shoved into it because he's the champion. But with that
My
being
last
said,
turn?
Giraffe, yes.
I'm gonna do it. Same thing as the last 2 turns.
17. With a precise aim, just barely is not a critical strike against it.
I wish it was.
But it's enough to hit. Total of 6 points there. But you remember, you need another 3 points to at least... Actually, another 5 points to beat Neverethna for first place.
I don't think I'm gonna be getting first place. The red target is much too hard for me to do enough damage to, so I'm gonna see if I can at least hit the green target.
Okay. Sling back your final arrow. But it will be a
Oh.
miss as it skids on by. So, with the remaining rounds in this, being 3 more rounds, I believe.
That's 6 more points on top of the 6 I already have, so a total of 12.
Total of 12.
That's not bad.
Okay. So, let's see how things finish up with Florente. She again is going to go back for a precise aim against the red target, hoping for a good hit. Misses that. That'll be her turn. As we then go to Villamarkoth, he has 1 more arrow remaining. Is nobody gonna hit the big one? Still missing. Fine. Not gonna win that anyway. So now it's just Florente Mayank, who is still using her precise aim for 2 more rounds here, so we're just gonna go through her 2, alternating back and forth between the green and the red. So she goes back to the green, goes for another shot. This one does hit with a crit against the green target because of +2 from her precise aiming. That means total of 10, critical strike. Should have been critical, not that 5, and definitely does pierce it for a total of 9 points there. Gets her up to 3 + 9 is what, 12? Yes, 12. But she was still using her strategy, wanting to get ahead here. As for the red is at last, but that's going to miss.
So she tied with me?
She is tied with you. Well, it seems as though we have a tie. Here, an arrow, 1 arrow for each of you. take a turn. Fire it off, and see who gets more points than the other.
Oh, that benefits her more than it does Giraffe.
Not necessarily. Giraffe has the +2 as well.
Yep, we both have the same bonus, so actually I have a bit more.
After you.
Oh, thank you. You've been playing well, so I actually look forward to this.
Playing fair at the very least.
Hold on, I don't have any ammo.
I gotta fix that. Sorry guys, I don't know why chat gets stuck all the time nowadays. Might be because of the automated rolls. Could be because of that. Either
That's a
way.
crit. It's a crit because I'm using my precise shot.
That's
Yes,
right.
it is. Over your crit damage for the green target.
Finally getting those high rolls.
Finally!
Definitely. +9 on you means you'd actually go above Navarathna. Nunzio gives her an extra shot as well. Well, since we need to decide who the winner is, and it can't just benefit you because you got ahead with one more.
As you are.
Ferrante, though, will take her precise aim at the green target as well. See who the better one is. She will not. She seems actually a little bit poor of an archer even than you are, Giraffe. As it doesn't. It only regularly hits, total of 15 points. And yes, Giraffe gets the 9, which on 12 is, what is that? 22.
21.
One.
Okay, chat, make your jokes now. Get it over with.
He's got 9 plus 10.
If we were
points.
playing 21, I'd win.
No, it's 9 plus 12. He had
Yeah.
12 points before, so... Am I correct? Yes, no, it's 21, you're correct, yeah.
You know, it was a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, the 21 joke.
Narathna goes for the green target herself. Goes for a shot, 5 on the dice. Oh, damn it. I thought I had it. Seems you're the winner instead. I'll take runner-up.
That's quite a surprise.
Fans claps.
Our winner has a, well, storing their honor from the previous endeavors is Giraffe. Second place, of course, Navarathna from Mivon. Well done, competitors, well done.
Eva jumps up to his feet and claps, applauds, and hollers loudly and excitedly.
The people cheer to you. Cheer to your victory. Cheer to an underdog, it seems.
How did I... Yeah, har har, very funny.
Aha, yeah.
We're gonna offer a sportsman shake to Florante and
Navarathna.
these two.
Yes.
Specifically not Villamore.
Oh, Villamore has already sort of shrugged you off and stomps away. I'll get you during the joust, if it is even you.
I don't think you'll be ready for who we have for the joust. Quit while you're ahead.
There's a reason I'm the champion of the joust here. I'll make it hurt. He steps
Gotta
away.
get Gaz some explosives.
People
Do
cheer,
you suppose he faster or the horse?
and day goes to dusk. You're offered a few drinks, Giraffe, and many sort of merry sort of people come along wanting to, well, bring you to their tents and have, people perform for you with their lutes and stuff, and, well, even some of the competitors as well, Navarathna, Florante, join you for whatever revelry you take part in. Of course, you could just deny all of it.
No, I'm gonna accept some of it.
Yeah,
There's music there and performing. I'm freaking in.
certainly is. But there's also the tournament grounds and the lurkers of the night that could, well, interest you guys. Do a few of you go that direction too? Or maybe all of you. Excuse me.
How did I win that? That's
I am so proud of you.
that one crit just shot my points up so high. I was.
Mm-hmm.
This is emotional gambling. That's all this is.
If you just shot the kobold 6 times, you would have won anyways.
Look, I have standards, and those standards include gentlying the kobold, and I'm not gonna shoot the picture of a kobold if I can
Aw.
avoid it.
Glad you didn't shoot the dragon either then.
Yeah,
Perhaps we can burn
that's
it.
why I didn't go for the dragon.
But you would do this to Norbert?
No,
Savage.
not Norbert. Norbert's different. We fought owl bears before.
You guys find yourselves in the quiet night of the fairgrounds here. Only maybe a janitor or a guard sort of patrolling by. There are, though, familiar and unfamiliar faces that you could speak to during this night as well. It's where folks seem to prowl at the same location as Parith goes by.
Who else is out here?
Notice rumbling or sort of like movement in this one tent back here, a bit of light coming out from it as, well, you recognize that same sort of blonde proprietor of this establishment, this weapon merchant here.
Kiva, your friend's out late today. Maybe you should go say hi to you.
Well, I suppose I certainly could do that.
And what do we do about the weird creatures over there? Do we pay them off?
No, it's fine. We've got silvered weapons.
Their asking price was awfully steep. Well, I'm going to see what's going on over there with the weapon tents.
I'll be with you, just in case, because that trader seemed suspicious.
Alright. You guys head over in that direction. You hear a mumbling, "Oh, no, that's not. Ah,
I think Desna would be happy that
More
I
of
won
it.
the archery competition.
how can I go? Oh,
Archery competition.
Sorry, we're closed. She sort of like peeks out. Oh, no, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure at this hour?
Well, oh, it's more simply I was wondering what might have been going on over here at this hour, to be perfectly honest. Is everything all right?
Oh, I was simply searching for something that I left here at the merchant tent. It shouldn't bother you with this matter, of course.
It's not like I have anywhere else in particular to be. What were you missing?
Oh, well, looking at each of you, none of you could provide what I need.
Is there somebody who could?
But there's probably one or two, couple around here. Do you really want to know?
If it's something that if you tell us it's not something that we can help with, we could always just walk away.
Seems sheepish to tell you, so roll me a diplomacy check.
Nope. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Okay, we're getting close. I'm using it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, say one were to be researching something very important, and you need to acquire a bit of, blood. Blood from a particular sort. Look, I'm not just a merchant here, not just here to escape from Cheliax. There is a certain, political misunderstanding, from my perspective. The rulers of Cheliax really ought to be tiefling. Specifically, well, tieflings made of hell's blood. They would be more ready and willing to rule a nation as Cheliax, of course, from that intermixing of both realms' qualities, wouldn't you say?
I suppose it's certainly possible. I don't think I know well enough of the particularities of Cheliax to really judge that one way or the other.
Well, the powers that be, they do not exactly like that idea. It's, well, tantamount to treason to suggest that their blood is not the proper blood that's ruling Cheliax. I, well, had to flee to do my research elsewhere, and I've misplaced some tiefling blood. Perhaps I could give you a larger discount if you could find me some. Maybe a few vials from a few different subjects around here. Make note of their particular qualities, perhaps.
I don't think that my companions and I are particularly qualified to be collecting blood from tournament goers.
Oh, well, that's too bad then. You
How
wanted
much
to
of a
know?
discount?
Another 20% down to 70% off.
Do 70% off, you said?
70% off, yes, in total.
Right hand or left hand blood?
Blood. That's
Oh,
a
it doesn't matter
silly
which hand.
idea. More of a folk tale about your kind.
Oh, I've seen it work, I think.
Never seen it proven. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for tiefling's blood. And I can't rightly go do it myself. I don't really have the skills. Usual sellers not exactly accessible at the moment.
Well,
I
if
mean, Giraffe looks very tempted by this as he looks at the bloodthirst on his side. Maybe.
You can set aside some of your, well, proclivities. You see you eyeing some of those weapons.
He looks like he's in mental anguish as he stares at a certain glaive.
You just have to compromise your morals for it, Kiva. That's all it'll take.
Well, it's not
I
like
would-
we're killing anybody. We're just taking some samples, taking some blood samples.
well,
If they were willing, if they would give it willingly, I could consider, but I don't believe I have the
I mean,
means
just ask
to
him,
do
hey,
such a
do you
thing.
mind if we draw a little bit of blood?
Don't worry,
A little
Gaz
bit.
is skilled
A little
with
bit.
medicine. He can do it.
A little bit. A little bit of blood.
What
I
is the...
won't I won't exactly conjure blood out of nothing. I still need a
Keep it
donor, so to
non-suspicious.
speak.
Well, yes, of course. And if you find any tieflings, we can pay them money
Leave
for
him dry.
blood.
I mean, get a donation.
Giraffe, it's time for you to go to bed.
No. I've had not enough to drink.
Giraffe, why don't I play a song for you somewhere else?
Oh, you know what? That sounds good. Then we
While drinking,
some
we can
blood.
drink and do music.
Feels you in the second condition.
So, those of you who are partaking in this little, need for tiefling's blood, you can probably find a few tieflings around, having their joys at different tents outside, around campfires, and playing lutes and all that. It would just be a matter of maybe convincing them, or doing it stealthily. So,
Like
How
a
much
mosquito.
blood? How much blood is needed here?
she just gave you these small sort of thimble vials.
Oh, not much at all.
I
We're
have
actually doing it, right? This is proliferation of demonkind on the moral plane here.
It's not in our city.
It's for a good cause as well, don't you agree?
Did you not see that staff that they had in that store? I need that staff.
Ooh, betrayal.
But whatever you do, don't pay anyone for their blood because it is unethical to use monetary incentives for participation in research studies.
So you're going to be helping take the blood stealthily, Yamasir.
No, I will not. I wish you no luck on this endeavor, and I wish no part in it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Use intimidation.
There's these bones right here.
Mm-hmm.
What do those bones belong to?
Fossils, they seem to be of some Numerian animals of some sort. Like mammoth bones and such.
So not dragons. Okay.
There is one dragon skull there. That
Don't know how to
is
feel about this.
labeled as I'm gonna say Parthenax, but that's already a dragon somewhere else. But some
Alduin.
dragon's skull that, of course, is reportedly slain by Iraveti, and you can even see the scar into the bone that has been left by the rod of razors.
If only we could cast True Resurrection on it, that'd be funny.
You know, out of character, the easiest way to do this is probably to invite some tieflings drinking in and start a bar brawl.
Well, you can, of course, use your diplomacy to just gather information, as in just find a tiefling or two.
Yeah. Try to find one that's like, well, you'd be like, oh, sure, have some blood. Here's 20 gold for your trouble.
Okay, roll diplomacy.
Is Kiva assisting with this at all?
No, Kiba's not there anymore.
Gaz, help me out here.
Keep us distracting giraffe. That's what he's doing.
Gaz will help Parent butter up some tieflings.
Okay.
I can put myself over there.
He was like, I'm distancing myself from this.
I very politely excused myself from the conversation with that arms dealer. Yeah.
But the Cheliaxian arms dealer who wants demon blood is selling nice things.
I know. I need it.
We're doing all the dirty work for you. It's okay. I understand.
Yeah, roll your diplomacies, guys.
Help Gaz, please.
Of course.
Okay. Here's are the new rules for Remaster. DC is 15 on aid, so that is a critical success, plus 2 to Parent. And Parent, you can always roll before Gaz gets there if, you know, it's easier,
Okay, well, here's the thing.
right? Ah, yes, untrained in diplomacy. Maybe Gaz should be the one who's doing it.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hinting at.
Oops.
We can always swap those around. As
Yes. Might be better.
Sorry, I need to drink again. Shouldn't be saying sorry about that, but as Gaz, you're able to find a few, maybe a little bit more drunk, but not too drunk. You don't want a bunch of alcohol in their system, in their bloodstream. And you find one that's sort of like this sunken-eyed, sort of middle-aged tiefling that seems to be a stable hand to one of the competitors. I've been his horses out and look who's gracious with their presence.
Oh,
Guys, walk up.
Yes. Good evening. We are looking to for some of your assistance, shall we say?
All right. What kind of assistance?
He gives a quick glance to Pern as he can basically see the gears turning inside Gaz's head. We're a pair of researchers looking to brew some new potions, and we're looking for some rare substances, to say the least.
I don't got any rare substances. I'm just a stable hand.
Your blood is the rare substance in this case.
My blood? Well, ain't I ever heard that you don't give out your blood to anybody? They can track you through it.
We are not the tracking kind, except for my partner here, I suppose. He is very good at tracking people by scent, I suppose.
Well, what do I get out of it?
Payment, obviously, and accolades should our research be a success.
I like the sound of payment, but I need to know the amount.
Grant looks at Gaz.
Gaz
how-
looked back at the
how-
pen.
How much does a stable hen make a year?
I could use a horse. Or, wait, no, you're kings. I could use my own stable business. 50 gold pieces. How about that?
That's the amount I was thinking.
You know, that sounds like a perfectly fair deal. You're putting yourself on the line here. You might as well be well rewarded for it.
Oh, that's plenty more than a salary I'd make in a year over multiple years.
We're
All
making
right.
this man rich.
The were creatures built us.
It's my lucky day. Go right ahead, take as much blood as well, not as much as you want, but enough that you need it.
Parents gives him 50 gold pieces.
Okay. You take his blood. Guys, you probably have some sort of syringe around, right?
Yeah, probably.
Put it in the thimble. Alright, well, come back if you want more blood, actually. I'll sell more of it.
Of course. We'll definitely be searching you out if we need it.
We appreciate your business.
And, for science or whatever. Oh, I still don't
Of
know what
course.
you're doing. Potions or something. Whatever. I don't need to know. Oh, these coins. As he turns away
Don't-
excited.
That was easier than expected.
We should go after drunk people more often.
Why?
I don't know, it's easy to work with. They're pliable.
Should we get another as well, or do you think that's enough?
I think that should be good enough for now. Don't want to take our chances.
Alright, lead the way, Gaz.
Of course. Well, Gaz will lead the way.
Okay. So as you guys get back to the Cheliaxian, Zapira, Yasmina, she sort of takes the vial in her hand. Alright, I can start with that. Let's call it 70% for one item, and if you can get me more blood, 70% for others as well.
So, just to verify, 70% off total, so 30% of total cost, or
No,
it's only-
30% off.
Okay.
Yes, 70% for sure. It'll be there for the whole tournament, waiting for you. So you don't need to make a decision tonight. I prefer you would come around tomorrow and show off to everyone as you make a big purchase from me.
Of course, will do.
Well, I have what I need. I'm going to get back to business.
Please
Good
have a
night.
wonderful night.
To all reconvene.
Trying to
Actually,
be honest, I didn't see any weapons I'm interested in, so I'm just fine if you guys go for the staff.
Kiba, as you step away from everyone, maybe, Nursing Giraffe, he sort of like slouches over for a moment and you have a chance to step away. You feel your blood sort of boiling under your skin, some of that feeling that you've gotten used to with Overnbane on your back, with the spirit of the first Armag who'd shirked Pharasma's judgment those many centuries before, wanting for more carnage.
Uh-oh.
You hear the
Uh-oh.
voice in the back of your head. Your enemies stand in front of you, and yet you do nothing about them. Kill the werefolk, and you will have no trouble from them. They are certain to hide their camp far from the other festival goers. It would be easy to slay their two representatives. Easy to protect your people without a coin leaving your pocket.
It would be easy. It would be very easy. that just provoke further anger?
How? They are mercenaries. They only go where the coin goes. If they die, there's no loyalty to this nation that Iravetti could use against you. He would rather have to keep it quiet. Most don't seem to know that he has hired such unscrupulous mercenaries. He would be doing the people here, the people that he gives over to them, and your own people all a favor. By doing nothing, you let people die.
I'm not doing nothing.
Then think about the halfling that is served for dinner at their camp tomorrow. About how you could have saved them. The blade goes silent.
Oh boy.
Wonder if Kiba's enjoying his walk.
You guys do have a chance to reconvene.
He was just kind of standing, looking like he's in a daze.
Kiba, snap out of it.
What? No. I'm fine.
You okay there?
No. Yes.
This isn't the Kiba that I know.
Well, keep it strong, soldier. You've got a boasting competition tomorrow.
What? What would you do?
About what, huh?
What would you do if you could make a difference
Do it.
Get
by
someone else to
slaying
do it
someone
for
in
me.
cold blood?
Hmm.
I mean, is it a bad person or a good person?
I don't know.
How good are we talking here? How big of a difference?
I don't know.
You're not helping very much, Kiba.
It's the cat and the mouse.
Those two still getting on your nerves?
No, they're not getting on my nerves at all. Not even remotely.
Cat's got your tongue, Kiba.
Well, never the fact that he's a cat.
Good news, Kiba. We can potentially get that glaive for cheaper, or my staff.
For no reason in particular, right?
Generosity of their heart.
I'm assuming that when you say that, you mean you found a willing donor.
Correct, we didn't take it from anybody. Against their will.
Of course.
In fact, we made the man's year, probably.
I could potentially see that, especially if you offered some kind of compensation. What if they murder somebody again? What if they already have?
What, the shopkeep? I don't think she would go that far for tiefling
No,
blood.
the cat and the mouse.
Probably
Oh.
have, if they were eating people, yes. Every night, probably eating more people.
You know, it's not, just stab him.
I can't just do that. I can't attack somebody unprovoked.
You could, gather evidence, if they are eating people, and
Gather evidence. Yes.
present it to the public.
I
Or
smell
convince
blood
the
on them.
people to eat them. Wait, no.
Giraffe, how much
No,
have you had
that's-
to drink?
Not much. No, very little.
My
Are they?
sword smelled blood as well.
Well, Kiba, give them an opportunity to leave and not come back and break their contract, or face the consequences, right? I mean, if it is an invasion of us, they're just gonna die anyways.
Yes, but it could also lead to the deaths of more of our citizens. And what if my sword is lying?
Wait, your sword? It's your sword that put you to this?
Yes, we have conversations regularly.
Okay, I changed my mind. All thoughts on this matter. It's a bad idea. Don't do it.
Kiba, why did you keep that thing again?
I don't know. I thought maybe it was to do some sort of to be a hero of some sort, to temper it and to help it grow beyond the curse. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't even know if I'm the right person for this.
Well, I guess I can hold on to the sword. I'm sure my strength of character will
No,
teach it to.
no, it has to be me.
Well, if you insist, then.
Well, that's not what I meant. I maybe I should just go to bed or something.
As long as it doesn't disrupt you in the competition tomorrow.
There is some investigation that we could do tonight to figure out what exactly the extent of their guilt is.
Just try to find their camp.
It very likely a good ways outside the tournament grounds.
Giraffe is a good tracker, well, usually. Probably not in his current state.
Oh, I'm fine. I can do it. He's gonna fall over.
I don't think you can do it in your current state.
Giraffe, you would be sickened for anything you do, but you could.
I could do it poorly.
Wow.
Giraffe, you should at least try a little bit.
Oh, okay. What am I doing?
Gotta find the trail of these guys and figure out where their camp is.
He cannot go off alone. Somebody must accompany him.
No volunteers?
Very well, I shall do it.
On Club Myth too, don't worry.
Okay, so I'll make a survival roll.
Well, yeah.
look
So, for the purpose of it, are you, you know that they are still in their little haunt there, the little side place, at the theater there. Are you going to try to find the way they came from without them noticing?
Giraffe's not gonna think to do that, so no.
Okay. So, Giraffe, you walk towards them then?
Yeah, just kind of
Hey,
drunk, clearly.
hey, look, that one's stumbling about, like you said. One too many. Sort of hear in the background as you're stumbling along here, Giraffe. What's he looking at?
Just looking at the ground.
Giraffe is gonna hold Kiba back. Let's see what they do. This might be the justification you need.
Oh,
Hey,
strange. These tracks.
hey,
They go right to you.
Why are you looking at our feet?
I don't know. Why do you have feet down there?
Oh, he's really drunk, isn't he? You know, you seem to enjoy a fine meal from time to time, don't you? I see some streaks of blood down your chin. Old ones. We have something at our camp that we could provide.
Well, I've had so much partying tonight. I don't know if I could do another.
Oh no, not a drink. So this meat has been stewed in some alcohol, certainly. It won't be enough to send you reeling. It will satisfy you, it will absorb some of that alcohol sitting in your stomach. We are to be friends, aren't we, with your group?
Yeah, they said something like that. Friends. Or
And you are close kin to us.
I
Your
won't say
people.
that close. Similar, but
Have a similar predatory edge. A hunter's edge. A thirst for blood. We know how much you crave it. We know what that blade has been doing to you. How
Which
about
one?
we... Oh,
I have a lot of blades. Which blade? And he's just gonna start like drawing and sheathing different blades he
that
has.
that one right there. The one that looks like
This
a
is a trident.
fine cut of meat. Blood
Oh, the other-
pulsating across its edge. It has slaked itself in many of your foes. We could offer you something for that.
No. I can't. I'm not giving you. It's my.
No, not the blade.
No.
We just want to fill your stomach with something you're craving.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I could.
No, you know, I mean that, yeah. Okay.
I could
Alright.
go.
Follow us then.
I'm
We're
gonna
going
give,
to
like,
feast.
Kiva a side eye. As it's just like signal
You guys are
in my
far enough away.
drunken state.
Yeah, apparently it's gonna follow a ways back.
So, I am... Why not? Use this map. Ignore the name of the map.
This is really funny. Thanks for giving me the second condition. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. F. Allison. Oops, wrong Allison. 1 second to set this. There we go. G's name. Template. Hitting. And then all the rest of you I'll drag in. Of course, you're not this close when you enter, but just need to get you on.
Do you need like stealth rolls or anything from us, or?
From you at a far enough distance back, you feel fine. But if you certainly want to, you can. But you'd have to be far back from Giraffe, about 100 feet or so.
That's fine.
That's good
Okay.
then.
So
As long as we don't like lose sight of him.
change the music a little bit here.
Chain lightning has a 500-foot range, anyways.
Let's just do the night. Hear the sort of like people in the background, sort of enjoying their night here. I don't know if it comes. It doesn't seem to be coming through. Like the chittering, yeah. On the stream, for some reason, it doesn't pick up the crickets and stuff. So I'm gonna use different music then. So, Giraffe, you're led into a briar patch in a bit of a hill, not too far away from the other festivities, about maybe a couple 100 feet away from it. They guide you on through. You should know that we could enhance your form. You are, of course, a hunter, but I don't think that your blood really boils like ours does when you have your fair share of meat.
Oh,
Take you into a den where it seems like many a person has met a grisly end, all under the protection of Custergio Iravetti. This is where we have our meals. Most of the others are still back at the other tents. It's just us. Why don't you partake? Take your pick. Halfling, gnome, human.
okay, maybe the no.
I can't see anything for some reason. Like there's a
Yeah, there's a barrier
barrier.
because
Oh, yeah,
it's
purpose.
hard to see until
That
you get
makes sense.
close.
Ah,
Gotcha.
So if you walk
Okay.
close to the barrier, you'll start to
Oh.
notice you can see through. Mm-hmm.
Wow, I really shouldn't have drunk that much. Ugh. Wow, how'd you get so many?
We are, well, we are able to hunt. Some poor drunkard that goes out to take a piss. It's a simple matter of slitting their throat and dragging them back here.
Huh. Yeah, that. Yeah. I think I get it. Yeah, this it makes sense. It makes sense.
It does.
I
We
see
brought
it
you
before.
here and gave you our gifts. Indulge in them.
You really shouldn't have. Like, this is a lot.
Oh, it's plenty
like-
for you.
No. You don't get it. You don't get it. You
Hmm?
really shouldn't have done this.
No. Why not?
I mean, it's just kind of excessive. You're like wasting a lot. Like, what's the point of hunting if you let so much of it just rot in the dirt? Wait, that wasn't my point. My other point was that like you shouldn't have done this because this is actually like murder.
And what is it you do to feed your blade? How many souls have you slaughtered?
I fight those who deserve it. I fight those who raise their blade against me. I do not
The
wait in
number-
the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
David
hide.
points out, the number that you're referring to is too smaller than it should be.
Oh, this
Grab
is
some
how it should
Draws
be.
weapons.
We should have known you would have to babysit your drunkard here. That's fine. We haven't had Kobold in a long time, though your meat is stringy. A dragon, oh, yours is sweet. We'll throw the feathered one to the worthless pile. Your weak, hollow bones doesn't make for good meat. Allison, we will feast tonight. For the purposes of
By
it,
all means, keep talking while I carve you up.
guys in the back here, in these bushes, it's difficult terrain. Just keep that in mind. If you want to
Oh.
maneuver
We
yourselves,
want to reposition.
yes. As, well,
Can
seems
we
like
can we see out of this difficult terrain at least, or is it
it would
impeding?
confer a DC 5 flat check because of concealment. Just because too many bushes in the way, stuff like that. As you come around the corner, Kiba sort of challenging them. They both raise their claws, one raising their bow. We will enjoy this. I need your initiatives.
So am I gonna be 6 and 4 for this whole combat?
Yes. You
Yay!
use that to your advantage to get them to be pretty open to bringing you here. Because otherwise they'd be much more suspicious, you expect. But now it's to your detriment, of course.
I'm good at fortitude saves.
I'm gonna re-roll my initiative for the hero point.
Okay.
I should be able to get rid of it pretty quickly, or at least.
What even is the DC of this sickness?
Standard DC for the level.
What would that be?
Uh-huh.
Let's see, it is 31.
Oh, that's a 50-50 chance.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
There's only the 2 of them here, huh?
Oh, the 2. It seems like their others are maybe back at the camp of theirs. This is their sort of perhaps feeding grounds. And well, maybe these are the only 2 werefolk that would be worthy of you guys fighting one-on-one, or at least small group to small group. Because you heard they had like dozens of others ones, so you imagine they're probably weaker. Anyway.
I sure do hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Sword, on the other hand, is probably crying, like, I want a challenge.
You are going to be our prey this evening. All of you, but you in particular, Holy One. The rat folk, or rather the werefolk, were-rat, there we go, seemingly is going to speak something, whisper something to their bow and cause the string to glow a bit red, sort of with this energy.
Hey, can I make an opportunity attack, Cassie?
It is a command there, not a manipulate action.
Oh.
They will then take a step, and
Oh.
with Kiba as their marked target, they're going to put 2 arrows within the bow and fire them off in quick succession. At Kiba. First one is a critical strike, and with the bow sort of slinging off towards you, Kiba, it really sort of lands harshly into your shoulder. It's a powerful magical weapon of some sort there, allows this strike to be so, well, powerful. Also, yeah, the chat is definitely moving down, not moving down like it should be. It's probably because of the automation that I added. I'll have to fix that for next time. Either way, we now go to Ellison. The quiet tiger puffs their chest out and goes invisible. Seemingly by another command, some rune glows upon their chest before they, well, go into this invisibility.
Good thing I have blind sight. I mean, not blind sight. Blind
Fight.
Mm-hmm. So, with that though, they are going to not go for you either. They see you less as a threat because of how drunk you are. They start striding around you.
And I'm going to make a slice at the bloodthirst.
Okay. Let's go for them. And the dice wouldn't have hit. They are going to take what seems to be 2 stride actions, but it is as part of what seems to be a pouncing action. The last one there towards Yarmsir. Yarmsir, you'll be off guard for this attack, which means they will add an extra 2d6 sneak attack damage.
Glimpse redemption.
Okay, so
Wonderful.
let me roll their damage because the enfeebled effect is after damage. Or actually, the damage is already out there, so I can add it now. This isn't that. Enfeebled, lingering, enfeebled.
Enfeeble.
Okay, so Yarmsir, you do take those damages there, 32 and 3. Or rather, yeah, there we go. Resistance to all, and then 3 damage. Otherwise, yes. So, they are revealed. It seems like that's a weaker version of invisibility quickly coming from their armor. That'll be their turn as we go to Yarmsir.
Wait for me, everybody. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Which spell are you thinking of?
Haste.
Oh. Yarmsir is going to go ahead and delay until after Parent's turn then, actually.
Okay.
I will do the
Haste that
same.
haste, you just think.
Okay.
I mean, we can all delay after parents with no penalty whatsoever. You could literally
Yep.
just go first right now.
So everybody delay until after parent.
Delay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
All right. So, Parenth, you go first.
I am casting a 7th level haste.
All right, 7th rank haste. To all your allies is, yep, Giraffe is exactly within 30 feet.
So reminder, you get basically one strike action or a move or a stride action with it.
Yep, everyone drag that spell effect haste on yourselves.
Oh, I've been doing it.
Okay, cool.
Oh. My bad.
Yeah, no problem.
Third action, Parenth is going to activate some magic in his own scales.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to turn invisible.
Alrighty, the invisibility rune coming in handy as you shift out from view. Yarmasir, over to you.
Yarmir is going to start by putting a point blank a stun bomb into Constance's face.
Okay. But
I'm going to reroll that with a hero point.
okay. You sling this bomb over. This time, you actually get a good hit.
Wonderful.
Bomb slams into their side. They take a little bit of poison damage there. And of course, we'll roll their fortitude save against the toxin getting into their system. Roll 10, they will succeed against that. They seem to be decently...
Sickened.
Oh yeah, actually they would only be,
Yeah.
they would just be
They'll
sickened
still
there.
be
Yes.
sickened. Yep. And then Yarmir is going to cast invisibility on himself.
Okay. Casting it from... Where do you get that again?
I got it from a
Trichomancer, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Trichomancer.
So, your Kobold innate spellcasting allows you to quickly go invisible there, away from the prying eyes of this tiger. Giraffe.
I'm gonna use my first action to retch.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna make that sound anymore. Realize some people might be sensitive to that.
Oh yeah, but unfortunately you've drank a lot of really potent mixtures.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna use my
Okay.
I'm gonna use my quicken action to stride closer
Mhm.
to Mr. Rat. Then I'm gonna use my first attack to try a disarm on him.
Okay.
Hold on, I need to check if a feat applies. Where's my great null feature? The shove or trip? Darn, that doesn't apply to. Okay. Disarm check.
Trying
no.
to pull that bow away from them. They quickly sort of pull back against your attempt. No effect there.
So retch, move, that attempt. Then I'm just
Mhm.
gonna make a map attack with my bloodthirst, which is currently a main gosh.
Yeah, sure. Sling it around the side here. That will certainly not hit because of how sickened you are. They sort of take advantage of the fact and dodge underneath it.
Don't do drugs, kids. It really messes you up in your tabletop games. That should be
Really?
my turn.
Poor choice this was. Gaz, over to you.
Well, Gaz is going to kick his gear into action
Mhm.
with an overdrive.
The overdrive begins as your kicking gear, your sort of hydraulics get into motion. Sparks sort of fly from it.
Excellent. Afterwards, he will use the quicket action to stride on closer
Yep.
to over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
And from here, he is going to strike twice.
Alrighty. We rush up, using that power, making for a powerful punch.
No hard feelings, right? Just a bit of business.
Bad business. And then, of course, the venom from your alchemist, which they will
Neat.
certainly fail at.
Ah, finally.
Venom begins to stick the spider's venom, causing them to be sickened a bit there and off balance, and taking some damage too.
Oh my goodness, now we're both sickened! Yay!
Guys, you got another?
All the cannibals are sickened right now.
Or quick strike, though they're able to sort of pull away at this point. Kiba.
All right, first things first. I'm starting. Yeah, we're spread out. I'm using my song.
Alrighty.
It's in the basic version for now.
Yep.
I'm not. Full version. Lingering.
Mhm. Call out to your allies and cause this anthem that. Why is it still broken? God.
I'm sad about that.
It's 3 rounds, so we'll remember that for them. Really don't understand why that keeps breaking. Like these, it works with my other groups. Anyway, so
Okay. One action. I now have 3 actions. One of them must be a strike or a stride. There will be a strike.
Mhm.
Yikes. I just I just don't know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot other than striking for this turn.
Yeah.
Since due to the way we spread out a bit.
Snarling tiger, tiger in front of you.
Doesn't look like I can do much here. All right, I guess we're just triple striking. All I can think.
Quick strike, though it ends up missing.
Doing that one.
Overbane cleaving in, or well, but here upon.
Cleaving through the air.
Now there we go. Does cleave in to their shoulder as Overbane slices in. Finally, we're doing something right. You hear in your mind. Of course, this pummel growth toxin. What does that come from? Like what book?
What book?
Yeah.
Let me check. Because I'm pretty sure it was common anyway, so I didn't like look too closely. Treasure Vault.
Okay, good. Just making sure. It has a very specific name, so I was like, if that comes from an AP, I don't trust AP stuff. But they do succeed quite well against that.
Damn. Well, I guess it's time for the other 2 strikes. See how they do.
Mm-hmm. Remember, Overbane has special abilities built into him as well you could use.
Yeah, but 2 of them are reactions to things happening to me, and one of them is Bless, which does not overlap, or it does not stack on top of my song.
Very true. So, second strike misses.
So, I have 1 action left. It's gonna be a strike, because nowhere to strike to, really. Maybe I'll crit?
Okay, 19.
Oh,
but
man.
Oh my goodness.
It's still not enough with your map just being so high, they're able to sort of dip away.
Worth a try. Finally, a real fight.
Still have my target. Out of the way.
Hey, I'm gonna make an opportunity attack against
Sure.
him. This is possible. Difficult, but possible.
Not with your second value. You're just so drunken there that you throw the blade out. You think you're striking in, but you're just too slow. As I get to here, against Kiba, they are going to go for a deadly shot, sort of pulling back the bowstring a little bit harder, maybe a little bit less accurate with it, but they're going for it. They do succeed. putting a little bit extra into that, total of 34. You, Kiba. Then they're going to unleash another double shot, a hunted shot here. So, at 5, map 10. Slings out as many shots as he can. Kiba, you find yourself becoming overwhelmed. Another 29 damage hits you as the red arrows sort of sizzle in your skin. It seems like you're dealing more damage to you because you are the sworn target of theirs. Ellison, help me with these others, since the others want to hide. Beyond these others here. Just kill them. Once again, you see Ellison sort of pump his chest. Seems like the rune is a greater invisibility rune. He goes invisible as he pounces over towards Gaz. So Gaz will be, well, off guard for this strike. Comes out of the invisibility, gnawing at you for a total of a critical 64 damage, including that sneak attack. Gaz takes 64 damage. Gaz, I need a fortitude save.
Oh no. Save against lycanthropy.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Oh no!
Oh no.
And whip out a claw towards you, but this won't be for you being off guard. You're able to sort of pull back around as you were focused more on the were-rat. Well, did take a good bit of damage there. Also, he takes this bleed damage, which seems to be interfering with the stream chat. Should be automatic, but by the way, I'll just do it manually. A few things I need to figure out how to fix, but yeah. Been very busy. Parenth, your turn.
Alright. First action, I'm just going to stride.
Mhm.
With that quickened action, just to get a better view of what's going on. I'm going to try to do a recall knowledge on Allison.
Allison is the were-tiger? Yeah, roll me a Arcana, Nature, or Society.
Seems like a unique creature. It'll be difficult.
Might be, but he's also very good with Arcana. Though, even then, you're not able to tell all that much from your initial glance at them.
Okay. Next, I am casting a level 6 slow.
Okay. Both of them try to enwrap them in this slowing aura here. They both do, unfortunately, succeed. Gaetane critically succeeding, Allison only just barely succeeding themselves, so they get one round of it.
Okay.
That is you, I believe.
Yep.
Yarmsir.
Yarmsir valets to his hands one greater elixir of life and one greater energy mutagen for Kiba. Fire.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Well, it's like technically an invisible liquid going down his beak.
Yep. You guys are used to it by now.
Yeah, how do you think Giraffe drank so much?
Invisible liquor.
Invisible booze.
Invisible foods.
Alright, make sure to add that elemental effect. There we go. Alright.
Yes.
Anything else, Yarmsir?
And then he's going to reposition himself up here.
Okay, into the bush a little
for
bit.
his turn.
Giraffe. Remember, that would be difficult terrain, so you would only be able to get...
Yeah.
I'm gonna retch.
Okay. Again, trying to puke out all of that liquor that you
I'm gonna
had,
reroll
but
that with a hero point.
this is as much as you've drank in a very long time. So many free
Last hero
drinks,
point.
you weren't going to deny them. But at least with this, you reduce it by
success.
1.
No. When I get a success in a fortitude save, I get a crit success. Oh wait,
Oh,
no,
right.
or is it a check?
No, you're right. So it's reducing by 2, so you're down to 6 and 2. Much
Okay.
better than
Not
before.
bad.
Love to see
Then I'm
it.
gonna use my quickened action to stride here. I want to keep the archer threatened to eat up his action to move out of the way or
Mhm.
get an opportunity attack. Then I'm gonna double slice against Allison.
Allison, yes. Alright. They feel a little bit more ready to slice out, but something's a little bit off still. The strike misses. The other one cleaves into their armor, but to no effect to their, well, form.
Ah. That's my turn then.
Alright, Gaz. Feel the heat from this tiger breathing down your neck, literally. What do you do?
That is a good question. Guess we'll probably try to skedaddle
Mm-hmm.
and join the side of the rat here.
Alright.
Perfect.
Oh, something I forget on Giraffe's turn. The venom on the
Oh yeah, the venom.
rat folk. They still fail because they are envenomed. So they're at stage 2, actually. With a d12 of damage and sickened 2 and clumsy 1, that's pretty bad for them.
Oh, that's great. I love
The extra damage.
poison. When poison works, it works so well for us.
Mm-hmm. I
But
mean,
that's when it works.
that's the thing. It's like high risk, high
Yeah.
reward, essentially, with poison. It really debilitates people. So,
I honestly love how it's designed in this game.
yes.
Anyway, using the quickened action to walk over here, he will first try and tamper with the rat's bow.
Okay.
You just get some pliers and cut the string. Snip.
As you're sort of reaching for them, you try to disguise it as just another strike, but a strike that's already whiffing, but it goes into the bow, but they sort of pull away. I see what you're trying to do.
Well, I figured I might give it a try. I've been training a little bit in that regard, you could say.
After like,
Well, you failed.
My second action this turn will be spent trying to... Actually, I think grappling is a bad idea. I'll keep on pummeling into him.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a pummel. They're sickened. They find a less easy time defending themselves. Another 19 damage from your powerful fists.
And, you know what? I'm
Actually-
going to use my... Yes?
Your fists are silver.
They are.
They take extra damage from that, certainly. It burns into them. Kill that one first. That's...
I use a lot of medals in my medal. It's a trade secret. For my final action, I will try to tamper with the weapon again, because
Okay.
may as well.
No map on that, yeah. Reach
he
for the
does
weapon,
have a really high reflex.
Yes.
They
Yeah,
have
they
high
are-
everything.
dipping away. Their reflexes seem to be their best, at least. No effect there. Kiba.
Yep. We'll want to make sure that we have the next round of my song going.
Mm-hmm.
Although something to keep in mind is that I guess it's not really being automatically applied to all the allies as well.
Right. It should for their turns. Every time I come around to your turn, I just need to remember to do it. But it is applying for like the attacks and such. If I look at Gaz's, it was not. Either way, we'll figure it out. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try and keep
So
track.
if you're going to be
Anytime there's a
targeting,
+1, -1, just let me know.
so if I'm your target, then I'm coming straight for you. You have my full attention. So I guess I'll get a self-heal off,
Mm-hmm.
because my third attack is kind of weak. Didn't mean to target the rat there. I wasn't actually targeting
Yes.
the rat. Here we go.
Healing.
Now 2 attacks
Mm-hmm.
for the rat. Oh, it rolled over a 2. I hate it.
Just so close to the nat 20.
Or it rolled over a 20. I mean.
It comes
Oh,
in.
no.
Again, a miss there.
That was my 4.
Oh, your full attention leaves a lot to be desired. Now get away from me. They rush across the way once more.
Gonna make an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Thank you.
27 this time. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a definite
Nice.
hit. Slice into
Poison.
them once
More
more.
poison.
More poison, yeah. So, Kobold growth. They do succeed on this poison in particular.
Ah,
Pull away from it. Well, you really shouldn't have tried that. Really shouldn't have gotten closer. Yeah, they're just gonna go for another... Actually, they're gonna continue heading farther back, sort of getting into the reeds here, give themselves a better shot with the volley trait activating here, or deactivating for the purpose of this. Because then they can just do a hunted shot for 2 actions anyway. Again, Skiba. First misses, goes skidding over your shoulder. Second also goes wide, as they can't make these shots. So, Allison, they're going to do it one more time, using their invisibility rune, the greater invisibility, to go invisible as a command action. They will then pounce towards Gaz.
Cat feet again. Sorry.
So with this, Gaz, you are off guard to it. They make a jaw strike. Certainly seems to critically hit once more. You take 76 points of damage as they wrap their jaws at your neck.
That's a redemption, so careful.
Redemption? Yeah. So, you will survive that because of the redemption. Give yourself back the appropriate 2+ level.
I'll quickly just redo
Yeah.
the map with the buff.
Yeah.
Definitely re-up.
we're living.
So,
Kiba, mess with their minds for me.
Okay, there you go. I do so. The stupefy.
okay. Just regular this way. There we go. Just hear a growl from that were-tiger, expecting your fall, but not getting it. And because they're slow, that's all they can do on their turn. Slow goes away at the end, though. They do take some persistent damage here. That, Parent, it's over to you.
Trent is going to move up with this quickened action.
Okay.
Targeting both of them, he is going to cast Fear at 3rd level.
Okay.
Try to get some negative effects on them, hopefully.
Succeeding on
Gosh.
both, unfortunately. Though preventing critical successes from the modifiers on them because of the second conditions. So Frighten 1 is something to add to this. Little mix here.
Oh,
I guess it's better than nothing.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better than nothing.
And for my 3rd action, I'm going to, again, use the magic on my skill, so turn invisible.
Okay. So as you guys let Gaz take all the damage here, going invisible.
Don't say it like that. You're the one choosing who the enemy's target.
Yeah, I know. Well, they're gonna target the easier targets. You know, they're not gonna go for invisible people across the map. Certainly.
I love getting mauled.
that's perfect for me. Yarmsir is going to do a hop and a step
Mhm.
using his quickened action, and then he's going to craft up some silver salve right on the spot and apply it to Kiba's Overbane.
Hey. Thinking with alchemy.
Love that. Thank you.
Overbane slaked in this sort of sheen of sort of almost like quicksilver across it here.
Oh yeah, my initiative shifted because I went down, so...
Oh yes. Well, it doesn't. It does matter here. Because I'll put you somewhere in the mix here. I forget where you
I
were.
think I
You
got
were
up
before
more
me.
deeper. Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
And then he's gonna finish off by validating into his hands another energy mutagen and another elixir of life. That's it for Yarmsir's turn.
Okay. Sorry, I have to delete all that silver salve. There we go. Because he had 2 applications on it. All right. Giraffe.
I'm gonna start my turn by retching.
Okay. Feel some of it coming up, that alcohol, but you just can't get it out of your system. It's some really hardy stuff. Dwarven ale.
Ugh. I'm gonna use my quickened action to stride behind Ashlyn, and then double slice.
Okay.
Thankfully, the flank counteracts the second.
Yeah, we'll just call them Ashley the Tiger.
It sounds like a character from like a children's novel.
Well, hey, Ashley the
Alistair.
Tiger is getting stabbed in the back. Roll your crit damage.
Ah! Leave him alone.
To cleave into them. You certainly give them pause. Well, they already have pause, but yes. It's one action.
Second, half of that. Ooh,
This
that's
time,
not
though.
gonna hit.
They reel around into your strike and defend themselves pretty heavily against this one.
That should be my turn then.
Okay. Yeah, it's feeling pretty bad.
I would really appreciate some personal space if you would. First, he
yes.
will straight away.
Oh yeah, spider venom sample.
Mhm. This guy here. They
Guess
do
we'll
succeed
proceed.
down to D10 instead of D12, so they're no longer clumsy and only second 1. 3 damage. Yes.
He will first up straight away using the quicken action.
Mm-hmm.
He will then do a bit of triage on himself with battle medicine.
Okay. Reach for your medicines, hoping they'll help.
Okay, I can't kill myself, or rather, I can't down myself with risky surgery, so that's good.
There's this sort of bleeding coming from your neck. Luckily, missed the artery, but it's gonna still continue if you don't stop it. 15 healing and 2 damage there from the risky.
That is not as much healing as I was hoping.
It
Because you
rolled...
did a DC 20.
Well, no, not necessarily because of that.
No, I
It's
rolled 3 1s and a 2.
3 1s and a
Ah.
2 on the 4d8, yeah. Jeez. Oh, I gotta fix the chat. It is most definitely something to do with the automations on damage rolls or something. I'll fix it for next time.
By the way, that makes me immune to my battle medicine, unfortunately.
Mhm.
I still have 2 more actions. I will use one of those actions to pop the last lover's knot.
From all those years ago, given to you by Svetlana Levitin from Oleg's Trading Post. Level
That's
2.
Soup too.
We should drink some of that soup as well soon.
Oh yeah, that seems probably still good.
Oh yeah. Mhm. 5-year-old soup, yeah.
And with my final action, I will once again lay into Gaetane.
Okay. It's Gaetane, I'm not Gaetane. That's a hit.
You are a punching bag.
A rat. Just
Well.
imagining our loyal Gaz going to New York punching the giant rats.
As
Okay. Piercing.
yeah, as Gaz impales this rat a little bit, and throws in a vomit at it.
Okay, you see some open wounds and it sort of, well, gets your bile going. They'll be
Mm.
off guard to this. But doesn't help you.
Yep.
Goes on by,
Should hero point it.
splashes
what
away.
You know what?
Yeah, you
I'm
don't use a
cool.
lot of them.
I don't usually attack very often.
I haven't seen you use a single hero point this session. Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Ah,
Beautiful.
Enjoy your 2d6 persistent acid damage.
That's not going to be great for them as it sort of spits right into the wound. It burns. Kiba.
Yeah, I just saw the tiger guy nearly kill my ally. I'm
Mhm.
changing targets again. You're going down.
Okay. Up to them. As their mind has been stupefied by your search for redemption in their soul. You can't redeem them, just kill them. You hear, though, in your mind.
That's the plan. Well, Courageous Anthem still going for this last turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. I am sorry that
I hope we can find a solution.
Well, I mean, it should be working. It works for my other groups. It's just like the aura just doesn't want to emanate at all.
It's
I don't
so
know why.
weird. All right, so yeah, I guess I'm going all out again. Here we go. Please do well. This is the reroll.
Spy
Last hero
1.
point.
Overbane searches for the flesh to carve.
I was having a really hard time right-clicking it for that hero point.
But unfortunately, they're able to deflect the blow, bringing up their claws to shove the blade aside.
This is so sad. I'm getting such low rolls.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it continues. You just can't
Maybe
get a
I'll
good
get a
strike in.
20.
Maybe? Not
I
there.
didn't.
No. Going on to guillotines. You look weak. Helpless, even. Gonna make a point blank, deadly aim shot at Gaz.
That's cheating.
Which will be a critical strike. Gaz
I'd
twangs
pay
it
that.
straight into your chest. Puts you down to dying too. A lot of meat on this one, isn't there? Then they're going to... They're going to reposition to here. And you. Oops, this shouldn't have had the sworn target on you guys, but it still killed you. Like without the sworn target.
Yeah, I would have imagined.
Or nearly killed you. Put you down. Yeah. So, against Parent, actually. They, seeing as you've revealed yourself, Parent, are going to go for a hunted shot. Yes, I know hunted shot technically with other rangers actually needs you to apply hunter's mark on people, but he doesn't. He's special.
I like how he waited in the melee range before going
Alright,
for
this should not be a critical here. It should be a regular hit, so ignore that 49 and take this damage instead. Because he should have had map 5, 27 damage, Parent. And as part of hunted shot, map 10, 7 of the dice, misses there. As that occurs, we go to Ellison. Oh, and this guy does take his 6 persistent. Let's roll that out. Damage. Ellison does see Gaz's weakness and turns on them. With claws bared, they're going to make 2 claw attacks here. Quickly. Against you. 9 of the dice does make a hit. 24 damage there, rather. Redemption there. Stupefy or Enfeebled continued. It's
I'm gonna
2.
keep up the Enfeeble.
Okay.
Stupefy will continue to apply, but yeah, whatever.
Yep. Now that I have the automation on that, at the very least, it does apply correctly at all times which one is which is really nice. So, taking less damage there, Giraffe, for the first strike. They're going to come around with the second claw attack as they try to continue this just rending assault against you. Take another 24, and then, as their last action, they just overwhelm your defenses automatically after hitting those 2 other strikes. You are automatically taking some more rend damage here, total of 25. Clawing, cleaving into you, but you're pretty formidable. You hold your own for now. Parent, over to you.
Alrighty. Let's see. So with my quickened action, I am going to claw at the rat.
Okay.
Because if he's going to put himself next to me, that hurts his ranged attacks a bit. 1 second.
Not in PF2E.
Not quite. Okay.
It triggers attacks of opportunity in PF2E.
He does have the volley trait on one of his weapons. So.
Right. Yeah, he's in a position where, like, nowhere in this arena can he get away from it truly, so he kind of put himself here for a reason. But, hey, your tail does slap into him. 10 damage. Something.
He's going to look back to where he thinks Yamasir is. Are you going to get him?
I'm looking for it. Looking for an opportunity for it.
Parent has a wand of heal drawn.
Okay.
I basically always have it drawn at this point.
It's like a little Squirtle wand on the back of you, essentially.
I mean, if someone else is handling gas, I could give Giraffe his energy mutagen and the silver.
Yes, so I have a rank 3 heal wand.
Yeah. Reach up a claw to your back to activate it, and it goes off. Yeah. Successfully. Heal Gaz up. 34.
34 healing.
And once you get up, Gaz, you'll be wounded 1.
That
Anything
is
else?
all of my actions.
Okay.
Because tricking an item is an action.
Right. It's essentially like a meta magic added on. The Armaseer.
The Armaseer is going to go ahead and use his quickened action to stride over here. Then he's going to give Giraffe this same stuff as Kiba.
Mhm.
1 energy mutagen and a silver and a bit of silver crafted on the spot.
Sure.
Put them on the Mombele. They have a higher. It has a higher attack boost.
Yeah, I figured.
Graph, I think if you drag that to yourself, you'll be able to choose through. Silver salve as well, drag that over. Unless it's not
Oh, cool.
already done
I
by
can
the Armaseer.
choose.
There we go. Alright.
Right, and he's basically did that well with one hand because the other hand was holding the elixir of life. So far, but a invisible blur of hands moving between his alchemy kit and his newest subject.
Yeah.
And that's it for his turn.
Whipping up everything your allies need. Giraffe, over to you.
I'm gonna use my first action to retch.
Alright, once again, trying to get that alcohol out. It's too much liquor, and this time you just... It's, well, we'll save the description, but a natural 20, you can imagine, would be quite powerful. As it releases from you, you feel now reinvigorated, sort of like a water bucket was splashed to your face.
Okay. I'm not gonna use double slice. I'm going to use my parry
Okay.
and then make 2 attacks. 1 with the Mombele, 1 with the Bloodthirst.
Alrighty. Well, hey, I was thinking in my head, did you use up your natural 20s? No, you haven't, Giraffe. Your
No,
rolls are always
I've been
amazing.
saving them.
Yeah, 66 points of damage. to
And
this
that's
guy.
silvered.
Yeah, it adds it. 76 total on that because of their weakness. Tiger sort of hisses at you as it burns. The 3 on the dice won't do anything there.
That is my turn.
Okay.
As the resident poison tracker, I can tell you that Bloodthirst does not hit once it's
poison.
gone back.
Giraffe also,
Yeah, I should change it back to a hatchet.
Yarmus here, put the poison out for guillotine. Actually, no, I don't need it out. I can do it from his buff bar.
Yeah, it's for the next turn anyways.
Just succeed. Well, no, it's on Giraffe's turn. Remember, Giraffe is the one that
Was
gave
it
it to him.
because... No, it wasn't Gaz the one who gave it to him. It was on the spike of Gaz's punchy pot.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, Gaz is coming up. He rolled there, 37. He succeeded, so it's going to go away anyway. For the purpose of it. Either way, Iba.
All right, so my song wore off.
I
I'm
got you.
instead of reapplying it, I'm
Oh, no.
I'm just gonna go for my bless on the sword.
Hey, maybe the Blessower will work. Nope. Huh. I wonder what the hell is just not working about auras in particular. No bugs going up in my, console menu. I'll have to figure that out.
Might
Either
be
way.
with that particular macro.
Maybe, but... Oh god, do they not have an actual, spell effect bless?
There is one.
Oh yes, there it is. Okay. I'll get that out and add that to you in Giraffe. There you go.
Cool, thank you. All right, and then I guess I have some attacks to do.
Oh, we're talking.
Emboldened, yeah.
Cut them down. It's
Oh, I love it.
fueled ever on by Overnbane's powerful strikes, 31 damage. Certainly a lot. Especially with the weakness to fire. They seem to be a little resistant to silver, or fire. Sorry, other way around. Weakness to silver, resistance to fire from that ring that glows when they got struck by the flames.
Yeah. Try the second attack.
Second one will miss there.
And not much else to do other than try for a 20.
Okay. We'll strike 19 on the dice.
Oh, man.
Because of everything there. Frightened 1, flat-footed for off guard, and bless. You were able to get one final strike in, but it is not enough. Because of their resistance to those flames, they are just barely holding on.
That's it, I guess.
Yes, you awaken in this pile of, well, bodies that they have taken to their sustenance here. What do you do?
First action will be getting up.
Okay.
Second while I unprone myself. Afterwards, Gaz will approach the rat and, rather incensed, will tap him on the shoulder and then follow up with an attack from his mechanical arms.
Okay. Go for it.
I will hero point that.
Okay.
Never mind.
Ready. So, you try to come up to them and strike them down. You really don't get much progress there.
Yeah, I think I have one more action.
Oh, sorry, yeah. You stood, you moved, you struck. No, you. Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought that was an extra
Quicken,
strike, not
so-
a hero point. Okay, yeah, one more.
I'm going to use something I haven't used in a while. I'm going to use my Searing Restoration on myself.
Okay.
Not engaging, despite the animation.
Yeah. It's the target. 39 on yourself.
And my unstable check. Dang.
Critical failure. Take a little bit of damage after sort of backblasts you. But as we go to Gaetane, realizing that Allison is about to die, damn it, try and get out of here. They're overwhelming us. They draw and drink. 2 actions in total, an invisibility potion. And then, with the invisibility, they will rush into the brush. Somewhere like that. Into the brush, in their invisibility, rushing away. But for the purpose of it, we're going to take a little bit of persistent still, actually. Hurts, but they're able to get rid of it. Allison, though, is out of invisibilities, and looking at everyone here, going to cover the escape, or try to, of
Opportunity
Gaetane,
attack.
rushing over to Gaz, maybe to bring him down, but Giraffe may have a chance to bring them down themselves. But not so. They go for the throat on Gaz once more with a pounce here. This time, though, not with you being flat-footed, or off guard rather. They actually miss that. They're gonna go for then a claw strike. 25 on the first. Another strike, though this one will miss. Parenth, over to you. Take, though, enough persistent damage to kill them here. They fall to the ground
Oh.
dead.
That's awkward.
Mm. So,
I am going to cast
mhm.
Dispel Magic on them.
Okay.
So remove that invisibility, so maybe the
They
teammates can
DC
do
11
something.
flat check, though, to target them with this.
So I have imprecise scent. Does that help at all?
No.
Okay.
That just lets you know something is there, you just don't know anything else about it. Essentially. They're essentially still, like, blinded to you, or so to say. But you are able to target this. Roll counteract, as long as you don't crit fail, it will succeed at rank 5 against a rank 2 effect. They are revealed in the woods there.
No, was 2 actions. Let's see. We can't let them get away. I should have on myself Longstrider or Tailwind or whatever it's called now. Panther's gonna go after them.
So, as you guys are rushing after him, and his invisibility, his only chance to escape really, is blocked. With how fast you guys are, how much you can rush after him, maybe, you know, guys using his blast boots, Giraffe just, you know, rushing as much as he can.
Oh, I was thinking just turn my bloodthirst back into a hatchet and use the throwing property. Lodge it in his skull.
5 versus 1 without the advantage of invisibility. He turns and sort of raises a hand. Alright, just... You don't have to kill me. I surrender. And I think you have to accept it.
Parents will drag him back into the clearing.
Ebo, as you're rushing after him, you again feel that blood rage in your skin. You feel the voice in your mind of Armag. He's going to lie to you. He'll go back to his master after you're done with him. He'll go back to killing people. You can't let him go. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh boy.
As now you are directly forced between Armag and Shillin's teachings, which is you must accept a surrender.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that is the end of the session, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Very exhilarating.
Uh-huh.
That mix a little bit of combat in, you know,
Yeah.
between
Definitely, yeah.
tournament going.
Show up to the boasting competition covered in blood.
I mean, you got the night to rest and recuperate and wash it all down there. So, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the show, do of course follow if you aren't already, but I think most of those watching have followed. If you like the maps though, including this one. This one's just sort of a random map that was supposed to be a something else a little bit before, but these guys never really encountered it. There are 80 or so supplemental maps like this that aren't remakes of the original stuff that I provide on my Patreon for my patrons, patreon.com/KoboldDM. You'll find the link and maybe some of the, you know, access to it above me once it flips over from character cards. Speaking of which, well, not really a good segue. Kiba, you stream.
Yeah, sure do.
There it is.
I'm not coming through?
No, yeah, it's there. Oh, no, you weren't coming through, though. No.
Cool. Testing.
There you are. There we
Cool.
go.
Hi. Yes, I am Chris Kobold, the player of Kiba, and I stream on Twitch at Captain_Kobold. Come and stop by sometime Tuesdays and Wednesdays doing retro and some indie stuff and small devs.
Unfortunately, very difficult for me to come and watch because they are exactly the last 2 days I have professional games on, and I'm still running Kingmaker, so... But yeah, from what I've seen, it's really cool. I like seeing the retro stuff that I just don't normally see at all. So yeah,
It's been so fun.
if anybody else here has any announcements they want to make...
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Alright, after that
Outcry?
beautiful announcement, after that terrible disappointment, no, it's not, Grand Tour, but, I hope you guys had fun. We'll be ending the session here. See y'all later, next week.
Night.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.